Welcome to another episode of the panel. Yesterday, LeBron James made a strange announcement that he has a second decision to make. And he will be making that decision in about an hour. So, live on the show, we will know what exactly LeBron's decision is. But more importantly, fellas, it's a lot of questions on what's LeBron talking about? What could this be? Obviously, he's going into season 25.
23.
50.
So it's like we
One of
would
them
all
two.
like to we would all like to think that it's a certain thing, but we would all like to hope that it's not that.
I mean, he's had a long, illustrious career, Ron. If he's retiring, I don't think there's any problem with that. Chill. I was thinking, right? I woke up this morning, and the first thought that came to my mind as far as basketball, as far as players' choice went, obviously after, just giving thanks and whatnot, I thought about it, chill. I was like, what if Bron isn't announcing that he's retiring, like this is his tour? What if he's like, I'm done right now. Like I can't even
quit.
do this.
I don't want to play
season.
no more. I'm out.
Yeah, like I can't even do
out.
this season. I'm like peace. Is that insane?
No, he wouldn't do that. No, it's too much at stake for him to do that. But I wouldn't put it past him off the strength that James is such. He's in such need of attention that he loves the attention. But the fact that he would just quit like that, I just don't think that it's him to do that because he does need the attention. Yeah. So in order for him to get that attention, he has to tell you that I'm leaving, but I'm leaving at the end of this season. I'm not leaving right now because that would be it and we'd be done.
But chill, that's so, kind of following the footsteps of Bean, you know what I mean? Like the last time a splash like what I just said has been made was what, like when Magic had to retire?
Sure.
Jordan?
Well, I think the difference with Bean though is Bean couldn't do it anymore. Like James can still do it. So I think being recognized throughout the course of the season, number one, we are garbage. That's number one. Number two, not only are we garbage, I'm not nearly as good as I used to be. So I'm not going to be out here on a bad team and I can hardly play. Why am I still here? James, on the other hand, he's still in a space where, I mean, I'm not sure. Like Mars and I just had this conversation yesterday. I can't definitively say that there's 10 players in the game better than him today. That wasn't going on in 1988 with Jabbar. We wasn't doing that with Jabbar in 1988. It was 10 players in the game better than him. We didn't hold Karl Malone at 39 years old in 2002 to the standard that James is being held to right now because James is still that good. Bean, on the other hand, I mean, Bean still a top 10 player in 2016? Was it 10 players? Like, this is what I'm talking about, Mars. This is what I mean, right? Like, it was obvious that he was over. Bro, we ain't got to make that face. No, he was over in 2010.
Hey, I seen that last game.
I did too. Yes, I did too. I just think that we're in a space now where James, he can still play and he still has the goods, but I don't think it's the same thing because Bryant, he was over at that point.
Hold on, no, but chill. Ox didn't say, oh, well, I mean, yeah, Kobe's retirement was huge. But to your point, yeah, chill, we kind of knew. But he announced it ahead of the season. And even when he did announce it, we kind of already knew. LeBron, it's like, there's people saying that he could play till he's 45. It's people saying he has 3 more years. It's people thinking that him and Luka could win another championship or 2. People saying that he's going to wait for Bryce. So, like, This is definitely a cliffhanger.
Bron's 41 right now. Is he 41?
He'll be 41 in December.
Okay. Okay.
I know that sounds ridiculous, Ron, but remember to your point, like Mars can appreciate this. James has been around longer than Mars has been alive. Right? There's people who this guy's been around longer than I've been alive, and I seen him the entire time. Like, it's not like, I came in like with Jabbar on the tail end of who he used to be. So it's almost like what I call it, Ox, is I call it the mom syndrome. Like, Ox, you only remember mom like when she was mom. Like, even when she's an old lady, she's still mom from when you was in school. That's how you remember her. And that's how I feel like people remember James. Like he's never going to go away. He's always going to be that. When in reality, James, Ron, KD, Curry, Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul, these guys are not going to be around forever. And James isn't going to be around forever. He's going to quit at some point.
Just
and
I
think
we just threw DeMar DeRozan in there, huh?
Well, because he's been around. He's been in the league for 17 years. That's why. It's not because.
But DeMar came in 09.
I want to say 08.
09, 08, 08 or 09, one of those years. No, he graduated in 08, right? Because
you said DeMar, you meant Al Horford.
So
no,
regardless of that, though, Chill, to stay focused on Bron, like he's been in the you said he's been around, meaning like been in the league longer than Mar's been alive. You gotta remember, we was on Bron junior year of high school. So it's even longer than that. You know what I'm saying? He's been a staple in the basketball community since 2001. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Since 2000. Like we've known about LeBron James. You know what I mean? So this is
going on.
And we all know he loves the spotlight, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. You know what I mean? We knew that it was going to be a production either way he goes out. So that was the only reason I asked that question, because it's like, would Bron do something that crazy just to make a splash and go out with a major bang? You know what I mean? Like what? You know what I'm saying? So that's all. But with that being said, Chill, I don't think he's announcing his retirement. I don't think he is, because he got too much left in the tank. Chill, he was first team All NBA last year. Obviously, he didn't get first team All NBA, but he was first team All NBA. There's no way you go.
That he was first team All Pro last year.
I did. I had him. I had him first team All NBA. Yeah. So it's like you can't go from first team All NBA a couple months ago to just be like, I'm done. This is my farewell tour. You're gonna go out averaging 20 plus. You're gonna go out averaging 22 points per game, bro. You can't go out averaging 22, 9 and 9. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I'm just throwing out numbers.
We've seen that though, Ox. We've seen guys in other sports at the top of their game. I mean, Jim Brown, he quit in year 9. Barry Sanders, he was the best running back in the league at that point, and he was like, I don't want to play no more. I'm out at 31 years old. I mean, we've seen guys at the top of their game walk away. Patrick Willis walked away, and I know football is a little bit more of a dangerous sport, but we've seen guys walk away at the top of their game off the strength that I don't want to play anymore. We saw Jordan. Jordan was 30 years old in 1983 when he quit, and if it wasn't for the lockout in 1994 in baseball, Jordan is not coming back to basketball. He's out. He's not coming back. He's done. So we've seen guys walk away when they're at the top of their game. And I don't think it's ridiculous to think that James, who still has the goods, and he's not James from 3 years ago. He's not James from 5 years ago, but he's still got the goods. Is it ridiculous for me to think that? And I said this to you, Ron, in the summertime. I thought that this season, I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away after this season. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because I thought it was time. But is it ridiculous for me to think that it's time? Because to be honest with you, Ox, this is where we are. I mean, we're coming up on that time. It's not like we're still 5-6 years away. Ox, he's 41 in December, man. We're in year 23. I mean, how much longer are we going to do this?
41 ain't the same for everybody, Chill.
No, 41 is the same for everybody. It's different for him. That's the difference.
He might as well be 33.
Well,
Bron got 4 seasons left.
Because just so you know, Chris Paul 41 in February. I just want to put that on your mind. And Mars is
what you got on your mind, Ron?
Chris Paul?
Chill. I just want to let you know that 41. I don't think that's the end for LeBron James. I don't think 42 is the end for LeBron. But I do know that he did just make his decision. He made his announcement, and we will get a chance to watch this live on the panel. Let's see what LeBron has to say to everybody about his second decision. Is he going back to Miami? Is he going back to Cleveland? Is he finally going to New York? Will he go revive the Washington Wizards? Let's see.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP. And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
Rake.
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that,
Me
win at
too.
signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my decision.
I love that decision too, LeBron.
Get that money.
Notice
Bron.
he
Get that
said
money,
win at hosting. Maybe I need to drink Hennessy more.
No,
You need
First
to
of
drink
all,
Hennessy less.
I want to say W, Bron, W getting that money, W Hennessy. But I also want to say we got to keep alcohol out of sports. I so hate alcohol ads in sports. I hate it. Budweiser, Bud Light, Hennessy, Patron, Casamigos, Michelob Ultra. I hate it. I hate alcohol ads in sports. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible.
It is kind of an oxymoron if you think about it. Like athletic.
And you know, in
Athletes
Australia,
drink, though.
in Australia, they do the
it's not good for them, Penn.
That's not the point. The point isn't that alcohol that the athletes drink. Athletes do a lot of things. What I'm saying is promoting drinking in children. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I know we're gonna. You need to raise your kids. Kids shouldn't follow athletes. We're not. Yeah, whatever. Cool. But what I'm saying, like for instance, like in Australia, they do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? They from at least when I was down there. I don't know. It's been so long, so I don't know what they're doing today. It's been a long time. But when I was down there, they were the opposite. Of, talking about not drinking and things like that. And I think we should adopt that in America as well. But W ad though, WNC, W Brown, get your money, brother.
Yo, Mars, from somebody that can look at this from a completely objective opinion, because you obviously can't indulge in those things because of your age limit and all of that. How do you feel about LeBron's second decision?
First of all, do not let Mars fool you. Mars will tip something back. Okay? Mars will definitely tip something back. Yes, he will. Yes, Mars will tip something back. Get the hell out of here.
Mars,
Come
you
on,
already
Jingle
have
it.
sauce? You
Mars,
already
you
have
and Chill had
sauce?
some fun without
Tip
us?
something back. Yes, he
Not
will.
that I can remember, but maybe I don't know.
That's
Mars,
what alcohol does.
PC weekend
can't
coming
remember.
soon. Are you
Mhm.
next PC weekend? Are we?
Not the
I will be
Serious, lad?
drinking my water. I will drink my water. But
Well, go ahead, Mars. I'm
lad.
sorry to interrupt you. As you were saying,
I don't know. I mean, we made a title about someone else having an advert. Nice. I have nothing to say. If you thought that was how Bron was going to announce his retirement, then shout out to you. But it was fairly obvious he was going to be promoting something. And now we have a title. Now we have to talk about.
Which
Hennessy,
head
I
fake was
guess.
worse, LeBron or KD? Which one?
What did KD do?
head fake?
You don't
KD?
remember?
No.
No,
And
I-
We had an
Lights-
entire episode about him coming on, and then he didn't come on. I'm saying like which head fake was worse?
Oh, I think more people
What
fell
about
for the
worse?
KD
What do you
one.
mean? What do you mean by worse?
I think more people anticipated KD coming on PC than people anticipated Bron's retirement. I think most people knew that wasn't how he would announce his retirement.
Okay.
How do you think he'll announce it, Mars?
Yeah, how is he going to announce it?
He'll just, I don't know, however he chooses to, whatever he wants to do. I don't know. It's just, what?
But
a
you just
week
knew that
before the
wasn't
season?
it?
I think it was fairly obvious. But I also just, if it was, then it's like, okay. Like I don't care that much. But if he did, that would have been, at least that would have made the title justified. Now we have a title about a Hennessy ad. So I'm kind of annoyed just for that.
Not
Titles can be
necessarily.
changed. Titles can be changed.
Well, this title won't be changed, and the reason why is because, well, we're going into year 23.
Correct.
The end is, well, we're closer to the end than we are to the beginning. So since we're, I mean, maybe not then.
We don't know.
But-
we don't know.
But I mean, come on, y'all.
Why
know
are we
the
not
polarizing-
closer to the end, guys? What are we doing? Stop.
He might be preparing for his fifth peak. Chill.
So we're gonna play 10 more years. Is that what we doing, guys? Are we gonna play 10 more years after this? Is that what we doing?
I don't question Bron. That's what I just don't do that anymore. It's just like
I don't
let's
have
just
to
wait
question
and
him neither, Ox, but I'm having a really difficult time that we're going into the, I don't know, the 34-35 season, and we're looking at LeBron James in year, what, 32? Year 32 for LeBron James. What are we doing, y'all? Stop. What's happening right now? What's going on? We are closer to the end, Mars, than we are to the beginning. Yes, we are. This guy is over. How many more years is he going to play?
Maybe another 23.
I thought this was it.
I did.
I really did.
I did too.
I thought
Until
he played. I thought he watched.
talent.
I thought he watched DeAndre Ayton play one preseason game. He was just like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm hanging him up."
Here we go.
You think Brandon Ingram's gonna retire too after watching what Scotty Barnes just did?
We ignore people like you.
The best player on the
Let's
Raptors
move
did
on.
look quite good from what I
People
saw.
like me.
Trolls. We ignore the trolls.
I'm
Part
not
of the new
trolling.
thing.
I'm asking you a serious question. You
This is an honest
demonized
question, Penn.
DeAndre Ayton. You made a list about him
Demonized?
having 40. You
Said he was
made a
garbage.
list
Said he
about
was ass.
40 people. Chill. He made a list about 40 people. Sent the super chat. Made me read the super chat. Made me let him do a list. Restarted the list. Did a whole Bron production. Cried about it. And then
I cried
DeAndre
about
Ayton
it.
scored. And then DeAndre Ayton scored 1 point. He
Here,
took
no-
the Twitter
hey.
and said, and he hold on. You'll get your chance. He took the Twitter and voiced his opinion. Pushed the agenda. See, I told y'all he scored 1 point. I told y'all last night. Scotty Barnes, 1 point. And then Penn gets up on Twitter. For all you guys saying that Scotty Barnes scored 1 point, that's because you don't know Bob. Oh my God. So
That's not what I said.
It's a problem. It's a
What
problem.
did you
with
say?
DeAndre.
He wrote
It's a
like
problem
3
when DeAndre does
paragraphs
it.
defending.
Yep. Well, here's the thing.
It's a problem.
Ox.
It's a problem when DeAndre does it, but when Scotty does it, I know you're gonna.
Yo,
give us
Pin.
some reason. Go ahead. Let's hear about it.
Yeah.
I want to hear why.
No, hold on, right quick, Pin. I actually didn't see these tweets. Would you mind if I shared them? And
Go
would
ahead.
Would you mind reading
Oh,
them?
it was
live
more
on-
than 3 paragraphs. My fault. It was.
If you can come back to me in less than 20 seconds, I got Fireman reading some shit on our PA. Actually, no, we're good. Look, man, Mr. Ox, ball knower. A year ago in the regular season, Scotty Barnes put up 21, 12, 9, and 5 steals against the same Denver Nuggets team. He had a 12.7 box plus minus in the same game that Nikola Jokic had a 12.2. And then Jokic elbowed his friggin' face. It's preseason. We are implementing 3 ball dominant players into the lineup. He had some great passes.
DeAndre Ayton did it in preseason, right? That's all I'm saying, Pin. That's I agree with you, Pin. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just preseason. I agree with you.
I've been watching DeAndre Ayton suck for 4 years. Okay.
I've been watching Scotty. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Come on now. Come on now. Yeah.
That's not true. I'm not gonna say that.
You have not seen DeAndre Ayton suck for 4 years. That's not
yes,
true.
I have. I've been watching
No,
him
you have not.
literally soft quit on basketball for 4 straight years. I really don't want to start this day out with DeAndre Ayton, Scotty Barnes comparisons, but if that's where you want to go, honestly, I think that's a bigger indictment of your basketball knowledge than mine.
My basketball knowledge is pretty
No,
extensive.
not speaking to you. I'm talking to.
I just want to put it out
I'm
there
talking
that
to your. I'm talking to your
past
opponent.
season, this past season, DeAndre Ayton had a game of 24 points with a what was his box plus minus in this game? Bear with me. I just want to get everyone to know what happened. This season, DeAndre Ayton against the Phoenix Suns had a game with 21 points in which he was 11 for 12 from the field in a win against the Suns. And his box plus minus was a healthy 6.1, 21 game score. They won by 20 against the Suns, but Penn was very mad at him for having 1 point in a preseason game.
Meanwhile, Ox. Meanwhile,
what
last
was that?
season,
6 point what? 6
He had a
point what?
6.1 box
It's
plus
not
minus,
12.7, is
plus
it?
25. No, it's not. It's not. He had a
Did he
but he's also
generate
not-
his,
he's
did he
also not a
generate
top
his own
15 player.
offense? Did he?
He's also
did he
not
create?
a top 15 player in the NBA like Scotty Barnes is apparently. But what
By
I
the
do know
way.
is they beat the Suns by 20 points. He had 24 points on 92% shooting. He was a plus 25 in the game. But you were mad at him for having 1 point in a preseason game.
Meanwhile, Ox, Scotty Barnes, this season that just passed, the 24-25 season, on opening night, he goes minus 33. Not a peep out of Penn. Not one word. He went a minus 33. He was garbage.
It was
on
so
opening
quiet.
night.
It was so quiet you could have heard a mouse piss on the moon. And now we got it. But when DeAndre Ayton do it, that's all I'm saying. Like when you want to push your agenda, it's one thing. But I just wanted to bring that up. But I agree with you. It's just preseason. Like I don't think it was a big deal. Scotty at 1 point last night. I really don't. But I was just wanting to see if you would be consistent. That's all. But I see you won't be. But to your point, though, Penn, let's move on.
It's not about not being consistent or consistent. I understand that people have different roles. Like I get that. DeAndre Ayton said, after the game, I was trying to be a great defender. I'm not here to really score. Well, Luka, LeBron don't play, and your team loses and gets smoked against a team you really don't have any business getting smoked against.
Played 18
So-
minutes, Penn. That's it.
The preseason, by the
18.
way. You have no
In the
business against
preseason.
preseason.
Played 18 minutes,
okay.
Penn. That's a quarter and a half. I just
Look,
went,
man.
and not only that, Penn. When have you ever heard DeAndre Ayton, who is, as we all know, Ox, about that bread? Yes or no? He's about
Yes.
that bread. When have you ever heard him talk like that? When have you ever heard him say anything like that?
Like what?
That I am here to do whatever it takes in order to win.
I
am
don't care what
for
people
the
say.
team.
I care who
Okay.
people are. I'm
I ain't
watching a guy who I have to
DeAndre
convince.
Ayton specifically.
I don't remember the last time he said anything like that.
You don't
but-
care what people say.
Yeah,
That's
I care-
That's like your whole thing. Interviews and what people
I don't
say.
care. I don't
interviews,
care
what-
what I don't care what people say. I
Oh,
care what they
man.
do,
All
what they
right,
show
man.
me. Okay.
Okay.
So
all
between
right,
the
man.
words,
All right.
there's a lot revealing.
I'm
right?
gonna take a step back.
So
buddy.
people might tell you they're really insightful
Ox,
ball
back
knowers,
off.
but then they tell on themselves. They say stupid things, and then you're like, okay, well, do I really care that you're telling yourself that you're like this super
Penn, that's
basketball
fair.
knower?
Yes,
Right?
and that's
People
fair,
tell
Penn.
themselves all the time. So with DeAndre Ayton, I'm sorry, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. I'm gonna have to wait and see. If he turns around and he's like this great dominant center, dominating or whatever, if he's showing up, if he's practicing hard, if he's the anchor that the Lakers need, I'm gonna back off. But for the last 3 years, I haven't seen it. And you ain't saying that shit about Scotty Barnes, bro. So
Pin, I want to
Well,
go ahead
people
and
have
throw
been
this.
saying that to you about Scotty Barnes, and you've been mad about them saying that.
I want to throw
Super
this,
mad,
this
pissed.
tweet on the screen. Pin, if you don't want to read this, we don't have to. You could just kind
I
of
can
like
read it.
explain
I can read
yourself.
it.
Or if you don't want to explain yourself, we could just move on. It really isn't that big of a deal.
cool. Yeah, I'll read it.
To me, but maybe to Ox, Mars, and Chill in
No,
the
it's
chat.
not a
Maybe.
big deal. I don't think it's a big deal for in the preseason.
I don't think it's a big
either.
deal. I just find it
I'm-
funny.
Yeah, I'm with Penn on that. Honestly, I don't think it's a big deal at all. That's Scotty at one point.
Are you gonna scroll down when I'm getting to that? Okay, cool. I'll read this real fast. The 1 point Scotty game exposes, in my opinion, a very deep-seated insecurity among this fan base. The issue here isn't Scotty had 1 point in 19 minutes and shot 0 for 6. The issue isn't even that you won't bring up the 3 steals, his high defensive effort, or his great passing. The issue is we have a fan base composed of people who were very beaten down by their parents and view every single game as a physics exam where points are the only barometer of success and failure. A guy can average 17 points per game for 4 straight years, make an all-star team, win rookie of the year, but let him score 1 point in a meaningless preseason game as he tries to set up his new teammates for easy looks and shits like he failed the LSAT.
Wait, stop
Look.
right there, Penn. Stop right there, Penn. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So after one night, one evening after a game, you can see that people were abused by their parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Gotcha,
they're if they're not defending,
I've been
the Scotty Barnes,
I've been
no,
listening to this shit for 4 straight years. So
Yeah,
yeah, and I've
okay.
also been a member of this fan base for 20 straight years. So yes, I understand this like sort of, let's call it second generation immigrant mentality in Toronto. It's very deep seated. Look, I'm gonna say this kindly: get therapy. Just because your parents ruined your childhood and you haven't bothered to upgrade your basketball IQ beyond a grade 5 level doesn't mean that every single game this season has to become some sort of $38 million for 8 points dance. It's preseason. Relax. You have bigger fish to fry, bigger problems to solve.
Attacking people's parents just because
Scotty Barnes has averaged more than 17 twice in his career.
Scotty
Just-
Barnes has averaged 17 points per game for 4 years. So 4 years.
But you said
Add it all up.
What does
but
that got to do with
that's not
people's
what that's not what you
parents,
when you
though?
just read. That's not what you said. I just want to clarify.
Across 4 years, he's averaged
That's
17.
That's not what you said when you read it. That's why I looked at the screen because that's not what you said.
A guy
Yeah.
can average 17 points per game for 4 years.
That's not what
4
you
years.
read. Someone go listen 2 minutes ago.
What did I
Listen
say?
to the words Ben said. You said he's averaged 17 all 4 years. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Penn, would it
Well,
surprise you that
okay.
Penn, would it surprise you that DeAndre Ayton
So I just
was
wanted to
the
make sure everyone knew that. He's averaged 15, 15, 19, 19. I just want to make sure.
Okay, which is fair, Mars.
19.9 is 19.
He only had
What kind of
4
agenda
rebounds last
pushing
night.
are you
too. I
doing,
just
bro?
wanna just-
Oh,
I
my
just
fault,
wanna
my
say
fault, my fault. I'm the agenda. My fault.
He only
15,
had 4
15,
he only had 4
19,
rebounds
20.
last night too. I mean, he wasn't even on the glass.
Oh, so he quit.
And they
He
forced
quit.
31
Yeah,
turnovers.
exactly.
And they lost.
Wasn't even on the glass, bro.
And-
Penn, would it surprise you that DeAndre Ayton over the
Bi
last
gonna
4
have to do some heavy lifting this season.
Penn, would it surprise you that over the last 4 years, DeAndre Ayton has averaged 17 a game, 10 rebounds on over 50% shooting from the floor? Would that surprise you?
Yes, that would surprise me.
Well, that's what's been going on with him over the last 4 years. He's been averaging 17 a game on that, 16.5, which is 17 a game, and 10 rebounds on average.
Yep.
On over 50% from the floor. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I want to put this in context. Ron, I want him to finish reading what was up there, because I didn't get the whole thing. He only gave me some of it. I didn't get to see the whole thing. Right. So can we get back to where you were? This is where we were. A guy can average 17 for 4 years, make an all-star. Keep going, Penn.
I already said that.
Keep
part.
going, my man.
Scroll down. I already said. Ron, were you not paying attention?
It's right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Still see it.
it's preseason. Relax. You have bigger fish to fry and bigger problems to solve. Namely, your starters don't fit together. Okay, and you've parked almost $100 million into a 30-year-old center who is both declining and somehow quintessential to the team on the basis that he's basically the only person who can set a solid screen for 16 players who all require a screen to beat their man. Like, basketball is more than points scored. I feel players like Jason Kidd, Tyrese Halliburton, and Scotty Barnes will always be underrated by people who don't understand the game. Thankfully, their coaches and GMs understand the game. The same people screaming 1 point would be the same people screaming it's just preseason if he scored 25. It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, haters going to hate. And I'm not devoting another ounce of energy to this all season. I'm going to continue to think Scotty's worth every penny of that extension. If you want to disagree, you can do that.
Now, scroll
Scotty
now.
Barnes
now,
and Jason
now.
Kidd in the same category.
Can you go back to
The
that,
Steve
Ron?
Nash hater, by the way, but it's cool.
Can you go back to that? And I want you to scroll up just a little bit where we got to the 17 points a game, because this is really interesting stuff that Penn has here, where he says, let's see here. He says, a guy can average 17. So we've already gone over that. DeAndre Ayton over the last 4 years, he's averaged 16 and a half and 10 rebounds and 50% shooting from the floor, right?
So
And it is preseason.
You're doing
he
a
was
disservice
paid
to
to go
DeAndre.
away
It's
by
actually
2 different
59%
teams.
from the
He is
field. It's
nowhere near the
59%.
creator.
So it's almost
He is nowhere
60%.
near the
Yeah, it's
defender.
almost
What are we
60%.
talking about here?
That's not
Chill.
the point. That's not the point, Penn. The point is that you brought up that Scotty Barnes made the All-Star team averaging 17 a game, right? So same
No,
thing.
He did
with-
not make the All-Star team
He
averaging
made the All-Star
17.
team
He was
averaging 19.
no,
Okay, but he's
that is not
averaged- okay,
true. That is not
he
true,
averaged-
Mars.
He averaged
He averaged-
19 when he made
Hold
it.
up.
What do you mean?
Hold up.
All-star
He
replacement.
was averaging 21 and a half when he made the All-Star team. His
Oh, my
numbers
fault.
fell off
And
after
then
that,
he
okay?
fell off a cliff. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so him averaging, and the idea of the one more time, Ron. Because I want to make sure that I'm following Penn's logic, right? Because Penn usually has some good logic when I'm talking hoops with him. So Penn says that he's averaged 17 over the last 4 years, made an All-Star team, which I don't think DeAndre Ayton, considering what the Western Conference is, going to be difficult for him to make an All-Star team. But if I could see that again, Ron, really quickly.
Well, we really break it
I don't
down
want-
this week. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, we are. Because
We don't
I'm
just
not
break
gonna
down
say-
games. We break down tweets up here
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Okay, so we've already gotten past this part about the therapy and all of that good stuff. Go up a little bit more, Ron. Keep going.
Oh, hello, Jordan.
Yeah, keep going, Ron. Go up a little bit more. It's the preseason.
The
like you
rumors
said.
are true.
Up
You
here.
just
What rumors are those?
no, the other way.
Scroll
The
down.
other way, Ron.
All
Yeah,
God
the other way.
damn.
And like you said, like you said, Penn, it is preseason. Relax. Well, that's the same logic for DeAndre Ayton, who made it clear what his intentions are this season, and he did this in the preseason, right? Which is meaningless to a lot of people. You got bigger fish to fry, which is what the Lakers do. They got bigger fish to fry, namely starters who don't fit. Okay, this Laker roster is a completely different roster from last year. You don't have James playing the 5 anymore. You actually have a 5-man who is viable, who is going to help in the paint, who is going to protect the rim, who is going to rebound. DeAndre Ayton is one of the best rebounders in the game, which is something that they did not have last year. Which, by the way, he just made clear when he said when they played, I forgot who it was they played, he had 1 point, that I'm going to be more of a defensive guy and a rebounder, which is something that they need. Now, like basketball is more important than points scored. I 100% agree with that. People just think that if you're just getting buckets, that's all that matters. That's not all that matters. Which goes back to DeAndre Ayton's point that I'm not just here to get buckets. I am here to do what these guys need me to do. There might be a night where I get 24 or 25, but there also might be a night where I might have 5 points and I might have 15 rebounds and 3 blocks. That's essentially what he's telling us. That's essentially what he's telling me, that I'm going to do whatever this crew needs for me to do. What I want you to do, Penn, is I want you to keep the energy that you kept for Scotty Barnes, where it's not a big deal. I want you to do that same thing for DeAndre Ayton.
Ain't gonna happen, Cho. It ain't gonna happen. You are not comparing apples to apples here. This is like asking me to keep the same energy for Tyrese Halliburton scoring as you want me to keep for Michael Porter Jr. scoring. It is a ridiculous statement. The fact that you're saying it is crazy to me because honestly, you're a Tatum fan. We all know that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not measured by points scored. Tatum does a lot of other stuff. DeAndre Ayton and Scotty Barnes are not going to be measured by points scored. Let's just be real. One of these guys is in his prime. The other one, you're talking about a sample in which he was a rookie. Came into the league as a zero-level scorer, according to draft analysts, was supposed to be a project. Those 4 years, those very 4 years we're talking about, those first 4 years, he's averaged more points than Giannis did in his first 4 years. More points than Scottie Pippen did in his first 4 years. More points than Kawhi did in his first 4 years. So what are we doing here? We're going to judge a guy for his first 4 years in which he was a fifth option, fourth option, third option, trying to expand his game. DeAndre Ayton has been in his prime. Cool. I don't care. DeAndre Ayton is in his prime right now, and he has been falling off for 4 straight years. It is weird to me that yes, he has been chill. The numbers are telling you the truth. Okay. In the same vein that you're comparing these two players, one of these players has gotten better, the other one has gotten worse over the same 4-year span. Scotty Barnes is a rookie versus DeAndre Ayton coming off the finals. These players are very far apart. Right now, Scotty is a considerably better player. That means one of these players took a jump over the last 4 years, and the other one hadn't been doing the work. There's no way to fall off the way Ayton has without giving up on work. There's no reason for him to shoot 66% from the free throw line. None. He's a 75% free throw shooter. Why is he shooting 66 last year? There's no reason for him. There's nothing materially in his game that you could point to. You said he averaged 17 points per game, all that stuff. Well, a lot of that is being buoyed by those first 2 years. If in fact anything, Scotty's last 2 years.
By the way, Penn.
Penn, I would like to ask you a couple questions to kind of move the conversation forward.
Sure.
First off, I would like to know what you expect from DeAndre Ayton this year, and you can give that to us in stats or however you want to quantify that. And then I would also like to ask you, do you believe that the Lakers can in fact win a championship with this team, and more so with DeAndre Ayton as their starting center?
Okay. I don't care about the stats with Ayton. The 1 point trolling aside, I don't care. When LeBron and Luka play, I really don't care if he has 1 point, 5 points, 8 points. Have the right points.
Until he got done.
Make the right decisions. Make the right decisions. Be the dirty work guy. Be a defender. Be 7 feet tall. Get rebounds. Get off the ball. Cut out that mid-range bullshit that you be doing. Stop thinking of yourself as a star. You're not a star.
Why is it bullshit he be doing? That's what he do.
Well,
I got to take my mid-range game out of this.
Well, he does not shoot mid-range shots effectively enough for me to take shots away from Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and LeBron James.
You don't think DeAndre Ayton is good in that pick and short role?
I think
in that pick and pop. Yes, he is.
I think he can.
Especially in that short roll, chill.
Yes, he is.
7 feet tall with a 7'5" wingspan. He can get to the basket, and he should want to get to the basket. I want him to be physical. I want him to set hard screens.
Like Wemby?
Yeah, Wemby. Thanks.
Yeah, just like Wemby. Moving Luke Cornett out of the way like he's nothing, right? Yeah,
man, that looked like a goddamn scrimmage. Like that didn't look that.
It was a scrimmage. That's what it was.
I know, like it's not that impressive. Like he did it in practice. Great. Like let's put it into perspective in the game. Like how many times do you think Wemby can do that? His body can't do that. Like all game long. It's just not gonna happen. Like I came up with a new term. I was thinking about this on the way here. I came up with a new term. It's called biased optimism. That's what it is. Right?
That ain't a new term, Jordan.
You know,
what is that?
Bias. I gotta call this biased optimism. So,
what is it,
man?
You know, sometimes people get so all up in the air because their favorite player or their favorite guy they rooting for is just doing something great, and then we overreact to it, and then all of a sudden it falls down. You know, like Kanye West say, it falls down. So that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it biased optimism. I think that's what you got a little bit with Scotty Barnes, a little bit. You know, I think you got it a little bit with Wemby. I think you got it a little bit with what's your other guy name? Colin Murray Boyles. I think you got it a little bit biased optimism. You know, that's fine.
Carter Bryant Moyles.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Carter Bryant too. You got that too. It's just a little biased optimism. It's okay. Sometimes we live and we learn, and sometimes when you get let down a few times, that shit go away fast. You know, that's why I'm not a fan of a team no more.
I'll
James Harden left
introduce
the
you.
Rockets.
I will
just root for
introduce you to a
basketball.
new term, an actual term. It's called Penstradamus. Okay, it's when Pen be telling you what's about to happen, and
So
then
what's
you-
about to
you-
happen in Los Angeles? What's about to happen in Los Angeles, Penn? So I'm clear.
LeBron James is not going to be able to stand DeAndre Ayton.
So you think by December?
I've been watching this
gonna be over?
dude, bro. I've been watching this dude for a really long time. There's a certain type of player that I know LeBron can't stand. This is that type of player. He
What
can
type
deal
of player
How
is
do you
that?
know LeBron can't stand that type of player?
He
a,
know
pla- a,
LeBron,
pla- a,
man.
pla- a
Come on,
player
he
who
know LeBron.
leaves a player who leaves shit on when you're great, Jordan, Kobe, Michael, that level. When you're that great, teammates like DeAndre Ayton grind your gears. You could deal with the Joel Anthonys and the Kendrick Perkins of the world, tough guys who just kind of do their role. You know, you could deal with the guy who's a little bit washed past his prime, like a Ray Allen. You could deal with like that corner shooter who just does his job. You know, you could deal with the Kyle Korvers. But having a guy who has the talent to do a lot and he don't do it, and you don't know when you're gonna get it, and sometimes you might not get it, that's the dude who's gonna get punched in practice.
I doubt it.
KG couldn't stand these dudes either. I'm telling you, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
but Bron played with Tristan Thompson, Timothy Mozgov. He played with a couple guys that just wasn't like that. I
Timothy
don't think
Mozgov was a professional, bro. He wasn't
Yeah,
missing
man, he was a
claims.
professional.
So is DeAndre Ayton. He's made
He
it clear
gets
what he
paid to
plays.
play
for.
Okay,
sports,
like
yeah,
I feel like
he's
sometimes
made it clear what he
y'all want to push like we're not reading the same reports. We read about what happened with DeAndre Ayton in Portland. They
Yeah,
paid him to go away. Do you know when you buy out a player? When nobody's willing to trade for them at all. You're telling
your
me
contract
he's
is crazy.
very valuable. This
I thought you didn't care what people say, like in the report.
No, I don't care what you say. So,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he cooked you. I ain't gonna lie. He cooked
So,
you.
Hell yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna shut up for a second.
Yo, I'm about
you were
to grab
saying-
the wheel. No, I'm about to grab the wheel, chill. We about to get off this DeAndre Ayton, Scotty Barnes. It has been a good start to the show. Once again, this show is brought to you by Splashsports. Today, obviously, we found out that LeBron James is not retiring. He's just looking for other areas to extend his career, and he found it in a nice bottle of Hennessy. But with that being said, fellas, we are going to keep it pushing. There was a lot
Did
of
he make a
preseason
decision
games.
already?
I thought you were actually
you
going
didn't
to
see
say
that?
it. I thought you said
No, I didn't see
he was
the
looking
decision
for
already.
His
attention.
decision is some new alcohol.
He's
It's an
he's
ad.
not-
That's what it is.
He's now sponsored by
about to
Hennessy.
Start acting like Dame Dash. At this point, he's a bald head girl. That's what
What?
is a bald head girl?
I was thinking it, and then you
Made a
said it.
picture.
My God, what are we doing? What are we doing?
You better keep that man's wife's name out your mouth, man.
I didn't say his wife's name. I said he's a bald head girl.
No, I was
That's
talking to
weird.
Morris. I
You talk-
got you. I was talking to
Oh,
Morris about.
I'm
He
just-
Morris said Jada Pinkett.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, Mark.
Nah, Morris.
Look, I just don't understand this. Like, why do we need this traumatic thing? He's just a girl. That's just, gosh.
He got to make it about himself.
Yes, bro. That shit is annoying.
Is he
I thought
pulling-
we
It's
was
his
gonna-
ads. What do you mean he's gonna make it about
Jordan,
himself? It's his
Jordan.
ads.
Jordan, serious question. Is this some real Aisha Curry energy?
Oh, nah, I ain't gonna speak. You know what? No, I don't want to speak on that. I'm gonna say that for the Players Club. But anyways, I just think for me, like, why do we got to do all of this stuff, man? Why do we got to do all this drama queen stuff? Like,
Trying to get
oh,
paid,
I'm gonna
man.
make the decision. Everybody think you gonna. I mean, and so some people they're gonna say, you know, the LeBron fans gonna get me because they're gonna say this is brilliant marketing. Only LeBron James could get talked about for his marketing. They're gonna say some shit like that. But just go ahead and retire and say you taking Bronny with you. Just go ahead. That's what we was waiting on. That's all we was waiting on. We was waiting.
Who's retiring
I thought
first?
I was gonna hear that. Me and Bronny are stepping away from the game. This would be our farewell tour. That's the bottom line. Or I thought,
Hey,
they
bro,
was gonna make
relax.
a trade between Victor Oladipo and Bronny James. I thought they was gonna trade
You know,
Bronny
hey,
Shout out Vic.
and Vic
He's
out
bad.
here. That's what I thought.
Hey, shout out to the real. Hey, shout out to the real Vic.
And yo,
Oh, that's
we'll,
crazy.
we'll,
That's crazy.
we'll
He
get
lost
into
that name, Ox. Fuck it. He lost that name. His name
We'll
from
get
now
into-
on
My
is
nigga back.
Victor. That's his name. Is Victor.
Jordan, if your Wi-Fi crash, you know what's going on, bro.
Yeah, I already know. My bad. You know
Them
how
trucks outside,
them
or
trucks
them
out.
vans
They
outside.
on their way. They on their way.
Better chill.
Well, I'm gonna apologize for it, like Dame Dash do every time he go on the little rant. I'm gonna apologize for it, and I'm gonna say we need to stick together. And then 2 weeks later, I'm gonna come back and say he a girl. That's it.
How many more years, realistically, if we're being honest up here, how many more years is James gonna play in your estimation, Ox? If you had to pick a number,
I would
how
say
many more
probably-
years
probably-
do you think he got?
2, maybe 2 or 3. I definitely think 2. I'm positive about 2. Chill. He's too
Mars.
good. He's too good. He's too good to go out
Yeah.
right now.
Mars, how many more years do you think James got left?
I'll be dead before Bron out the league. He gonna
Damn,
outlast me.
Mars.
He gonna outlast me at this rate. So shit, I don't know.
I think he got
Until
2
he don't
years.
want it.
2 years.
It's up
I
to
really
him.
think
It's
after
up
this
to him.
season, once the Lakers
Yeah.
disappoint everybody and then they start talking bad about Braun, I think that's when he gonna hang that shit up. As soon as it get too hot in the kitchen, he got to get out that mug. Just bottom line, you know, it's gonna be one of them things. Or when the Lakers seasons just start to become disappointed, that's when it's gonna be. I think it's about time for me to do it. You know, I gave this game a lot. You know, I gave it my all. It's gonna be some bullshit ass speech like that, but you know, I think this is last year.
What do you want him to say?
I'm
He wants
not
to just
cool with
leave
what he
in
gonna say.
silence. That's what he wants.
Mamba
Just
out?
leave in
You
silence.
just want
Yeah,
him
I'm
to, like,
cool with what he
2
gonna
words?
say. I just know this is how it's gonna be. I just know he gonna go out. I think he gonna go out on the terms of the Lakers just being disappointed. I think that's just what's gonna happen. Not just gonna, you know, I think it's one of them things.
So he's not going out on top, is what you're saying, Drenchy. He's not
Oh,
going
nah.
out on top.
Nah,
Is he
he
retiring
The
a
Lakers are
Laker?
gonna.
They ain't never winning a champion. He not winning no more championships unless he just go join the Oklahoma City Thunder or some shit like that.
Jordan, are you positive he's going to retire a Laker?
He might retire a Cleveland Cavalier. I mean, you know, he might do some shit like make another decision and go back to Cleveland. This is for you. You know, this is all the staples of Bron movement right now. It's just, you know, one of them things. So I don't know. I just don't think he winning no more championships. I think that's over with.
His contract's done after this year, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
I would be very interested to see if he would take a $1 type of deal to go to
back
the
to
Cleveland
Cleveland.
Cavaliers.
Ain't no way Bron taking $1.
Win
No.
it,
He won't.
deliver one more
Bron said he ain't got
championship.
no money. He ain't taking no $1.
Well, I mean, as a farewell tour, obviously he make a ton of money off the court. It doesn't really matter. You know, cap circumvention is no joke. But nevertheless, you know, we just
I beg to differ.
Oh, it's serious now? I'm
No,
glad.
you said
You
it's no joke. I'm saying it is a
He
joke.
begs to do- Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay, cool. You still stuck on
Wasn't a
that.
joke to Minnesota in 1989, but keep going, Ox. I mean, keep going, Ron.
I mean, is Vegas gonna get a team by then? I mean, no, that shit can't happen because if
Oh,
you know if they announce an expansion, don't it take what 2 years or something like
It's
that?
gonna be something like that.
Yeah,
I would
it
like
ain't
to
gonna
see him
happen.
retire as a Cav, personally.
Pin.
And-
It's not just that though. Like, let's
They got a
say this
LeBron
is-
size hole in their roster right now.
That's exactly my point. Like, even if he was to just go there next year, and yeah, let's say he
Ain't got no hole in their roster. Long as
took
they
a
do
smaller
something.
contract or whatever, like LeBron on the Cavs would be dope.
Honestly,
Not just because he's from Cleveland, not just because he's won championships there, and obviously he did his whole thing in Cleveland, but this team could use LeBron.
with the East wide open, just hypothetical.
It won't be wide open when he get there.
Would you explore if you were the Cavs? Would you
See, this
explore
is what I'm
trading
talking
Darius
about.
Garland
It's like-
to the
No.
Lakers right now for LeBron James?
For LeBron James, no.
Why would you do that to Darius Garland? You know
Why
what
would the
LeBron do to
Lakers
point
do that?
guards?
No.
I'm not
Darius
trading him.
Garland goes to the Lakers.
Darius for Luka.
Oh, hell no! Why would you do that to Darius Garland? You know what?
I
Luka
don't
do
care
to
about
point
Darius
guard?
Garland. I'm trying to get LeBron to his
Just
final
flip the name.
destination.
Hell. Leave it where you at.
But nah, I wouldn't do that for a 1-2 year, and I'm not even that high on Darius Garland, but I wouldn't do that for 1 or 2 years of LeBron.
I mean, teams have given up a lot more for a short window. I mean, are we positive that LeBron is not going to retire before KD right now? Like, KD could retire at 39. KD could also retire
Man,
at 44.
KD might play till he's 45. I ain't gonna lie.
He could. He
KD
definitely
might
could.
KD's been very consistent. The moment he feels he's not still one of them ones, he said he don't want to play now. So
That's what I'm saying. I just,
whenever
could
we see
happen this year.
whenever we see KD's noticeably declines, that'll probably be his last year.
Well, you just said it
So
yourself,
3 years
Trent.
ago.
But KD is still putting up 25 efficient. Like KD's still winning at once.
Well, he'll be
he
able to
play-
put up
if-
25 efficient for a very long time.
Right,
He might
right,
be
quick,
out for a
chill.
very long time.
If y'all believe that KD's gonna put up 25 efficiently this year, then you need to make some money off of backing that statement. And you could do this right on Splash Sports. With Splash Sports, you can make your picks in the sports that you like, with the players that you like, and you simply just choose more or less on their player projections for that given night. And ultimately, you guys watch ball. You guys know ball. You guys debate ball. Might as well make a little money off of ball, right? So with Splash Sports, it's very easy. You download the app. Once you download it, you go to their new game called Quick Picks. In Quick Picks, it will give you all the players in the sports that you like. That's NBA, WNBA, college football, NFL, baseball, etc., etc. And you simply choose the projected stats for that day, and you go more or less. And it's so easy that I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did for the day and why I'm going to win today. Here it is. All right, so y'all obviously know that the best team in baseball is playing tonight, the Seattle Mariners. So I'm about to win some money based on what the hell we about to do to them weak-ass Detroit Tigers. So Cal Raleigh, the MLB MVP, right, Chill? He's going to get a run today, and it's probably going to be from a home run. And a pitcher named Flattery is going to get flattened, and he is not going to get more than 14 and a half outs. So I went less on that. And then my man Victor Robles, he's going to get a hit today. So I went more on his 0.5 hits. Green for the Detroit Tigers, 1.5 hits, runs, or RBIs. Well, if he has to face a guy named Logan Gilbert, I don't think he's going to be doing anything. So I went less than that. And speaking of a guy named Logan Gilbert, 6.5 strikeouts. I went more on that because Logan Gilbert, well, if you know, you know. It's Breaking Bad when he comes around. And last but not least, Vladimir Guerrero. Hey, Chill, you remember his dad? Yeah, well, that boy just got it in his DNA. And he's been killing so far this playoffs. I don't think he stops tonight. The Yankees are done. On the back of Vladimir Guerrero, I got him going more on that single. What's good?
Hey, Ron, I got a question about that. So you took the more on the single. Does it have to be a single? Like if it's a double, does that count?
Yeah, double counts.
Okay, cool. Did y'all?
I mean, because if you get a double, you got a single.
Right. But yeah, I figured that. I just wanted to clarify to make sure, just so the people.
Yeah, and make sure the game don't tie, because that should take you out of competitions, apparently. Yeah, I'm still salty about that bullshit.
Well, you can't tie in the playoffs, though.
Huh? No, you can. But I'm just saying. I'm just.
Oh, you talking about for the Survivor?
Yeah, I'm running my frustration on that bullshit right there.
Hey, did y'all see that Dodger game last night though? That was a fire game.
I ended up missing it.
Why chill? See, I'm just really getting into baseball more with my son playing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm really paying more attention. But when dude bunted on that bunt, he should have never. Dude that was on second. If he wouldn't have ran, the Dodgers lose last night.
All I know is that the Yankees getting swept. That's all I care about. Mock these dudes out the playoffs.
I'm trying to have good baseball talk. And these dudes up here hating on the Yankees.
Hey, Chill. Toronto's up right now. Y'all about to sweep the Yankees. Toronto is up.
Smoking these dudes, not beating
y'all.
Smoking these dudes. Get their asses out the playoffs.
Y'all?
Yankees.
Mets fan?
Get out.
Up there?
Beat it.
Chill. How did you decipher that you wanted to be a Mets fan instead of the Yankees?
When I was a kid, all of my friends were Willie Randolph and Ricky Henderson and Don Mattingly fans. I fell in love with Dallas Strawberry. He was my guy. So that's
shout out Daryl and Ricky.
That's how I started watching the Mets and Lenny Dykstra. I was a big Gary Carter fan when I was a kid. So that's how I got down with the Mets. I was like 11, 12 years old, and I've been down with the Mets ever since. And the Mets are that family member that you got that family. You got that member in your family that he's a fucking idiot. But every once in a while, he'll do something real cool, and you'll be like, you know what? He family. So you can't like disown him, because every once in a while he'll do something cool, and that's who.
If you don't got that person in your family, then you're that person in your family.
Then you probably are.
That's how I became a Titans fan. That's how I became a Titans fan. I probably was like 6 years old, maybe 7. I think
Mhm.
7, 8.
Yo, chat.
That
Chat.
went
What
from
I need you
7,
guys
8.
to
That's
do.
crazy.
What I need you guys to do, chat, is drop the team that you root for, your childhood team, whoever that is, whether it's the Brewers, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Mets, whoever it is, drop it in the chat. Let's see who you guys are really rocking with. As of right now, before we get to these crunch time chats, the title of the show is obviously about LeBron. We thought he was going to retire today. He pump faked us. But since LeBron is the title of the show, I just have one more question for you guys. What are your realistic expectations for LeBron in season 23? We talked about this. We talked about this kind of yesterday. Y'all remember last year? He was all NBA last year. Remember there was a moment in time where he potentially was even being considered for first team All NBA. We spoke about it a lot up here. But I want to know,
He should have been
what do
first
you
team All NBA last year, by the way.
You think so?
Donovan Mitchell shouldn't have made it. But yeah.
So do you think Jordan, do you then think that he could double
Mars,
down
don't let
on
him
that
off the
and do
hook.
it this
But
year?
he did. He did make first team All Pro. Eat it, Jordan. You hater.
did.
You Donovan Mitchell hater.
I
Eat
ate.
it. He was first team All Pro.
He did.
That's right.
I
Eat it.
just
24
I feel you.
game on the best team in the Eastern Conference last season.
I
There you
understand
go.
it. I understand it now. But I'm just saying he shouldn't have made it.
Yes, he should have. But as you were saying, Ron, I apologize for interrupting you. My fault.
No, I'm just asking Jordan, since you brought that up, do we think LeBron can make first team this year?
I don't know if he'll make first team, but I do think he'll make first. I mean, I do think he'll make second or third. I think as long as LeBron James is playing, he'll always make an All NBA team. Like, it's very hard for him not to, just because he understands the game so well. Like, he's gonna stumble on 22 to 25 points a game. He's gonna stumble on that. He's gonna stumble on 7, 8 assists a game. He's gonna stumble on 7, 8 rebounds. How is that not second?
So
or
I
third?
roll out of bed and I'm 28 and 7. I roll out of bed and I'm that. Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds
Now,
like-
I don't
sounds
know if he's gonna
like
get
Scotty
28,
Barnes,
but
That is Scotty Barnes, actually. But
Sounds
yeah,
like Scotty Barnes.
that is literally Scotty Barnes, except Scotty
Even though
Barnes-
Scotty Barnes doesn't roll out of bed and do that. Like Scotty Barnes is busting his ass to be 20.
Scotty Barnes.
He's
Meanwhile,
busting
he's
his
dreaming.
ass to do that. Chill. Come on, man. You not watching him. Don't comment on him, man. You not watching him.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't
I-
watch him.
I-
Man.
I-
Pay
Yeah,
attention.
chill, you don't watch
him.
ball.
You don't.
Pay
You're not
attention, pay
watching
attention.
him. Chill.
pay
Like you
attention,
talking about a guy who could have 2 points going into the fourth quarter and put up 19 points against Giannis, and he can't do nothing about it. What are we talking about here?
Exactly, man.
You talking
How
about a
many
very
times did he do that
selfless
again?
Hey,
19
man.
points
He
in
can
fourth
do
quarter
it. He never
against
said he
I
can
Giannis?
do
told
it.
y'all,
No.
Ron. I told y'all the term is called biased optimism. That's what it is. You know, sometimes you just get a little optimistic. But Scotty Barnes is a great player, though. Just don't know if he's first team All-NBA.
Scotty clears Giannis. I think that's what we're understanding. Scotty clears Giannis because
No,
that
we're
one
not getting
game.
to that.
Sounds like
You haters, man.
no. What y'all need to do is y'all need to
To
start
answer
watching
your-
basketball before you speak on it. Watch
Go-
it.
To
Go
answer
ahead,
your
Chill.
question- To answer your question, Ron, I think that we could. I mean, I'm done. I'm done saying what James can't do, even though I don't think that they're winning an NBA championship. I don't think that we're going that far. But I do think that James can play at an all NBA level again this season. I don't think it's ridiculous for me to get 22 to 24, 6, 7 rebounds, and 7, 8 assists on a team that's a top 5 team in the Western Conference. I don't think it's ridiculous for me to think that. And he'll give me still at age 40 years old, he'll still give me flashes of the athleticism that he used to have, where he'll run down the lane, throw one down. He'll still give me flashes of that. But I think I'm going to see more of. I think I'm going to see more of a jump shooting James this season. I think I'm going to see more of a screen and dive James, like I saw last year when he was really good doing that with Austin Reeves. I think I'm going to see more of that with him this year, even with DeAndre Ayton. And I also think that his rebounding is going to go up off the strength that he playing with DeAndre Ayton, because I think DeAndre Ayton is going to garner a lot of attention on the glass. So I think I could see another all NBA type season. But as far as them winning the NBA championship, I'll be blown away if they did that shit again. That would blow
Does
my
he
mind.
still require a second defender
Yes.
at all times?
Oh, absolutely.
Then
You think
he's
they're
still
gonna guard?
great. Then he's
Maybe
still
late,
great
maybe late in the
basketball.
fourth quarter, probably not. But like all game, you better get you a help defender or LeBron. If LeBron gets to 30 before the fourth quarter start, your ass in for a long night. So you better put a help defender right there.
It's
Coach
don't,
Raycon.
that don't too much. Like I get what you're saying, Jordan. I'm not like debating against that. But what I'm saying is, regardless of how many points he has, when Bron gets it in his mind to put that shoulder in your chest and get downhill, you need help. Like you need
That's a
help.
fact.
There's nothing you can do. He's still bigger, stronger. I don't know if he's still faster, but he knows how to manipulate those angles. He knows when to attack. He knows how to rock you to sleep, and he doesn't need a deep bag to do it. I don't think Bron's ever had a deep bag and much tween, bop, pink, whatever y'all call it.
He never needed it.
He doesn't need it because he's a super intelligent basketball player. He understands angles. He understands how my player's here. You have to guard us like this. I can attack you this way. That's why what you just said about you're guaranteed that he's going to be an all NBA player. I'm right there with you on that because he understands the game. It's the angles of the game. He understands that to another level. And when you're a superior athlete, as far as strength and athleticism goes, you can take advantage of that. And he's going to continue to do that as long as he's around.
The question of like how long could he play? I think he could if he wanted to. Like if he just wanted to be in the NBA and be a starter, I think he could do 4 more years. I really do. I think at 45, he's still like a really solid third option who can still shoot because he figured out the jump shot, right? Which is a crazy thought because Vince Carter was pretty washed at 43, 44. Dikembe Mutombo was really washed at 43, 44. Although Jordan would probably tell you he was 65 years old when he was doing it.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Dikembe, though.
Yeah. But yesterday I did we released an interview with AJ DeBonce's trainer. He's also training Tyron Stokes. He also trained the Asar and Amen Thompson. He also trained Jalen Green. And we got into like deep weeds of like athleticism. And everything he was talking about was like fascia, balance, proprioception, everything we talked about with Shea. And, you know, shout outs to John. I think all of the stuff he was talking about the whole time I was thinking LeBron could literally play for like 8 more years because it doesn't matter that he can't jump high. He's just going to be stronger, bigger, faster.
He can't jump high though. LeBron jump high as hell right now.
He really do.
He could still jump super high right now, but I'm saying like his game is so contained. He doesn't need to do a lot to get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you could limit his actions to like post touches. And
I mean, Bron gonna retire before we do that. I think we probably gonna miss Bron got a second half of his game that we just gonna miss as basketball fans because he don't want us to see it. Like we gonna miss the part where
you talk about him like slowing down all the way down.
Yeah, that's the second part of his game.
Is he ducking again?
Huh?
He's ducking again.
I mean, I don't know if it's ducking. I think it's smart. I mean, he one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. So, I think him leaving before you get to that point is good because they're gonna forget that he was once upon a time this guy. I just know that LeBron got 5 more years in his career left of just the downside of his game for real. Because right now he's still a superstar, whether you want to admit it or not. Bron is still a superstar. So
you're talking about him going into like being a role player, like
yeah,
like being a lesser
he
player.
got a
like,
really good career.
I could still do that. Like I could still be a rotation guy or like the 4th or 5th starter for another 4 or 5 more years. But here's the thing, though, Ron. Here's the thing, though, Ron. I understand where you at when it comes to him still being able to jump high. Ron, when you get into your 40s, when you get into your mid 40s, things don't work as fast as they used to. You don't heal up as fast as you used to. You don't run as fast as you used to. And I can appreciate what modern medicine is and how he takes care of his body. In the end, this is still the human element. And the human element is I am aging. He's not the same guy athletically today that he was 3 years ago, even at 37. So at 42, he's not going to be the same athlete that he was at 40 years old. So I think that it's incredible even if he can't jump high, right? I can appreciate that. Like,
but that doesn't matter, Joe. Like winning the spot on the court just means am I more athletic than the guy I'm facing? So when he goes up against Keegan Murray, who is like, I don't know, it's like 15 years his junior, does it matter that one guy is 41 and the other guy is 25, 26 if the guy who's 41 is still more athletic and probably will be more athletic at 42, 43, and 44? Keegan Murray is a good defender. He's a starting small forward, right? Yep. Like, I don't think there's a world. Let's just say 3 years from now, flash us forward 3 years from now. I know he's not going to play 3 more years, but let's just assume he does. Mm-hmm. Can Moses Moody stop him in 3 years? Can Jonathan Kuminga stop him in 3 years? Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to think so. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Yo, they're not going to be able to stop him.
Here's why.
Pin,
what up?
Chill. I hate to stop you, but I need everybody to start getting their game right. And this all begins with the Raycon Everyday Earbuds Classic. This is what we use up here every day. Every single day, we use the Raycon Everyday Earbud Classics because we get active noise cancellation. They have multi-point connectivity, so I can connect to my laptop, my tablet, my phone, everything. So I even be connected to my girl's phone, and I'll be here. I won't get into all of that, but you get multi-point connectivity, and you get up to 32 hours of battery life. That is a full day and some. So when you use code PCS, you will get 20% off of your purchase with the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Y'all, it is the fall. And we're getting into the winter, and we're getting into the NBA season. That means we're going to have to listen to commentators. You got to listen to the panel. You got to listen to the basketball game and all of that good stuff. And there's no better way to do it than with these Raycon Everyday Earbuds, so you can feel like you're actually in the arena. And you don't got to deal with all the extra distractions. You know, the Scotty Barnes banter and the banter from the Laker media cartel and all of that good stuff. No, get rid of that. Get in the game with the Raycon Everyday Earbuds and use code PCS for 20% off. Now let's get back into this LeBron James talk. Mars, you had said, Mars, I would like to hear from you about what you think LeBron would do this year.
Play basketball. The old guys, him, Steph, KD, like those guys. I don't have
James?
expectations for them. Harden?
Yeah. Does he fall in that
him.
category?
Yeah, him. Who else is old? Like if you want to go beyond that and say like
who's the grandpa crew? So you got Bron, KD, Steph,
James
Harden. Oh, Kawhi? Is Kawhi in the grandpa crew now?
No, he's just old.
He's
But
not. He's,
no,
okay.
Chris
But he's
Paul is
not there
grandpa
yet.
crew. It's
Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Paul.
They're
Paul
like
George?
the five. They're like the five living legends in the NBA. I would say like the old all timers. But yeah, anything those guys do at this point is just a bonus.
How did you not include DeAndre Jordan? That's crazy.
Because I'm talking about the legends.
Oh, okay. He's not no legend.
Is DeAndre Jordan still
not like
Shout
that?
out to DeAndre Jordan. Shout out to DeAndre Jordan, man. But come on.
I didn't know he's still in the league though. I didn't.
I saw him getting ready for year 20.
I don't think he's on a team right now, but he got drafted in 08, so he is one of those old guys. He was in the league before Steph and them. But yeah, I don't have expectations for those guys. Whatever they give me at this point is a bonus. If Bron is still all NBA caliber, if Steph is still all NBA caliber, if KD is still all NBA caliber, if James Harden, like all they get is praise at this point. For whatever they provide, all they get is praise. If Bron is still a top 10 level player in year 23, I think that should be met with the utmost respect and praise. The idea that I've seen a few people, it's a larger majority. Well, it's still a minority of people, but it's a larger majority than I think it should be. Act as if Bron playing for longer is hurting him in any sense. I just think that's some of the stupidest logic I've ever heard. Like, if you can't appreciate someone being the oldest player in the league and being one of the 15 best players on the planet, because winning more championships and less time is all that matters, then I just don't think you appreciate the game enough, if I'm being honest. Anything those guys provide at this point is just icing on top of already all-time cakes. So
I think that's where we are, though.
I was just gonna say, Mars. I get what you're saying, Mars. But like, let's just do this. So you wouldn't be surprised if LeBron made a first-team All-NBA?
I would.
I mean, if he makes it, I wouldn't be surprised. If I think he should be first-team All-NBA, I'd be surprised. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, if he makes it, it would make sense.
Convinces you.
If I think he played like a top 5 player in the regular season, I'd be surprised. But if he does it, then tip my cap, obviously. Like, goddamn.
Well, one, Mars, I'm thinking to myself, you can play yourself, especially because the expectation on you is so high. You can play yourself out of a position. Now, I understand your logic in the idea that if I've been around so long and I've been playing at this level so long that it should definitely be celebrated. And I can definitely get with that. That's not something that I think is ridiculous, because to your point, we wasn't talking about Jabbar like this in 88, Mars. I promise you that. We were not talking about Robert Parrish when he was 42 years old like this. We weren't doing this with Karl Malone at age 39. We weren't talking about him like this. So I think that is something that can 100% be celebrated. But when you get to a point where if this is what I'm competing for, Like I'm not just here because I'm not just here because I'm just collecting a check or I'm just on the backside of my career. No, I'm not doing that. I'm here because I'm still trying to compete for NBA championships and I'm not close to where these guys are. That's what I'm going to be viewed as. And if that's the case and I'm not doing that, I can play myself out of that position.
It doesn't, like, for most people, Bron is top 2 of all time, right? Like, for most people. He's 1 or 2, MJ, LeBron, whatever,
Sure.
for most people. Nothing Bron does at this point is going to move him down.
I don't think so.
So anything that happens can only help him. Because the person who's above him for most people is Michael Jordan. So everything he does can only bolster his case against MJ. It's not like he's going to retroactively fall behind Kareem or Kobe or whoever you have after them. No, he's not going to start falling down the list after people who have already retired. So like everything Bron does, everything Steph does, all it does is help them move up the all-time list. If all you do is look at them through the all-time scale or where they rank all-time, everything they do is only going to help. Like, if Bron gets blitzed in the first round next year and they get swept, he's not all of a sudden going to fall down to number 3 on the all-time list. Now, that's just not going to happen.
Nothing
Like,
he
it
can
doesn't
do
hurt.
either hurt
But
or
if
help
Bron
him
goes
to me.
all the way to a title next year and wins the Finals MVP, that's going to help him. Does that make him better than MJ? Have your conversation. But like
I don't think
anything that
nothing he
happens,
do good or
all it can
bad
do
gonna
is help
change
him.
nothing for
Yeah,
me.
like nothing's going.
But if we're in a space, because I've actually heard people, like, let's just say for the sake of argument, to your point, Mars, he loses and gets blitzed in round 1. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors go on to win the NBA championship.
Oh, that banner gonna be crazy. That's
well, not only that,
people gonna put Steph over Bron. Is that what
here we go, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
that's stuff that
yeah,
well,
but that's a current player who can surpass Bron, and that's to my point. Steph can still add. Now, do I think Steph gonna pass Bron? No. But
I don't
like
think so
for people
neither.
saying that, it's not like they're saying, "Give me a retire." It's not like they're saying, "Oh, Bron gets blitzed in the first round. Magic is now over LeBron all time."
no,
Like, no, it's
can get
about
with that.
current players can improve their standing. So Steph can improve his standing. KD, like if KD wins a chip in Houston, I know people are going to start throwing him in their top 10. And that's because KD is still currently playing, so he can add to whatever he's done. But you
Right.
can't move down below people who have already retired. The only way that happens is if you start changing how you value certain players. And I do that all the time. I've changed how I value certain players. So my list has changed after guys have retired. But for the most part, if you have Bron top 2, he's not going to fall down to number 4 because what he does right now this year. Like, that's just not going to happen. So the longevity stuff, like, acting like longevity damages LeBron in any way, I just don't agree with that. I think that's some of the.
So your logic is the fact that he's been, if it's current players, because I feel like that's how Magic ended up passing Bird, if I'm being honest with you. I think that Bird started falling off at the end. Magic was getting consistently better as time went on, and they were still in the league. And the fact that James is still in the league with Steph Curry, and Curry is still playing at an all-pro level, and that they're still trying to build a championship team around him. Could he be surpassed? I don't think Curry is a better player than James. I don't think he's ever been a better player than James. I don't think he'll ever be a better player than James. But if we're talking about winning, and you got a guy that's current in the league right now, to your point, if I'm playing at that level, I mean, I definitely can surpass you. That could happen. And to be able to get 5 championships while you were still running around here, I mean, we definitely have to have. I wouldn't have a conversation, but I'm sure I would hear it. I'm certain that I would.
The conversation will happen for sure. I mean, every conversation seems to happen.
I'm sure I
on
would
the
hear
internet.
it.
That's just kind of how things go at this point. But anything Bron does at this point is a bonus. That's where I stand.
I already got my mind made up about him, Ron. I'm straight. I already got my mind made up about him. There's nothing else that he could do to make me go, yo,
I'm with Chill on
he's
that.
not better than this dude. I'm straight. I think he's the best ever. I've always
I
thought
ain't with you on that.
I thought he was the best ever. So that's where I am, and I don't think there's anything that can change that for me.
Yo, I know we have a lot of people in here. I know LeBron had announced that he was making a second decision, and he said it was going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We are just 11 minutes past 12 p.m. Eastern time. So a lot of you guys might not have heard the decision or seen the decision. We played the video a little bit earlier. He announced it earlier than expected. So I'm going to play it again for the people who haven't seen it or the people that are curious and are in here to hear about it. So let's see it one more time. Jordan, you seen this?
Nope.
All right, well, here, see, Jordan hasn't seen it, so Let's go to everybody in the chat. Here we go.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP. And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my decision.
Do you
All
guys
jokes
like
aside.
LeBron's decision?
All jokes aside, him linking up with Hennessy over his own brand, that's a good push. I would say that's really damn good. Like that marketing too was actually pretty good. Him being in that same clothes he did when he did that atrocious decision that ruined basketball discourse way back
Which he
then.
apologized for, by the way. He
Absolutely cool,
definitely-
but you know,
yeah, he knew he was wrong for that.
but at the same time, hey man, that Henny gonna go crazy now because everybody is getting off that Don Reposado. They getting off of that. They going back to that hen dog to get you in, dog. I'm telling you, brother. That Don Reposado, they starting to cheat the game. They starting to put that ain't Don in us. Look, it's been a few things that's been happening with that Don Reposado. You drink you some, you either don't you don't feel no buzz, you don't feel drunk, or you drink you a little bit and you drunk as a skunk. That's fake. They emptying them bottles and putting that chica in there, whatever that's called. So we going back to the hen dog. I'm just letting you know. We going back to that hen. So Ron, get ready. I'll see you soon.
Soon. Hey, for those of you that don't know, obviously the WNBA finals is going on right now. Players' Choice, the panel, we have been heavily integrated into the NBA community, the WNBA community, and all of that good stuff. Well, in light of that, there will be a game 4 of the WNBA finals. Game 3 will be tomorrow. But for game 4 on Friday, you might just see the panel in the building. You might just see us on the court commentating that game. You might just see me hyping up Alyssa Thomas as she's
Getting swept.
tying the series at 2-2. I don't know. We'll just have to see about Friday. But shout out to the WNBA finals and shout out to what we got going on here. Also, shout out to Vale in Brooklyn. We was out there in Brooklyn. We got a chance to link up with Vale. He is a Hall of Famer. Salute to Vale.
Yeah,
He's a
shout out
cool
Vale.
dude. And salute to the other Hall of Famers too.
Oh, before we go, Ron, I made a promise. I got to keep my promise. Shout out my man DP, man. I told you I was gonna give you a shout out on Tuesday. So shout out my man DP. It is official, chill. It is official. The fans have spoken. Ron has the worst takes on PC.
Oh,
Garbage. Trash.
Swagger had the second worst take on PC.
Garbage.
You know who
Trash.
came in first?
I'm assuming it's you because you're telling us about it.
You know it. That's why I'm shouting out DP. Hey, man, I'm the best. Hey, I'm the best that ever did it, man. It is what it is, man. The fans have spoken. I'm the best that ever done it. So shout out to me. Shout out to DP. I see you again, brother. It's all love.
Nice.
And shout out New York too. Chill. By the way, I love New York. Now I never thought I would like New York. It's my first time in New York. I really loved it. I'm a little sick. Maybe it was them subways I was talking about. But I love New York, man. I got to go back again. Well, I am going back again. So
Great place
you know.
to visit, yo. New York is a dope city to check out. No doubt about
yeah,
it.
beautiful city. Beautiful city. Good food. Hey, man. You know, I really love New York.
Shout out Brooklyn.
And
Mars,
best
you ever
city
been to
in
New
the
York before,
world.
Mars? You ever been to New York, Mars?
I was in New York overnight once because my flight got delayed.
So I'll take that as a no. You've never been to New York City before, because I was delayed in South Dakota one time. I ain't never been to South Dakota.
Well,
Shout
I
out
was
South
delayed,
Dakota.
I was delayed in New
Boy,
York. I was
better join
in
from
New
South
York.
Dakota. Jesus
I
Christ.
was physically
But,
present.
You
Just
know,
didn't leave my hotel, but I was there.
Man, New York. I mean, New York definitely brought a different spirit out of me, man. I realized too. I checked my analytics. I'm most popular in New York as far as my social media status and stuff like that. Man, New York is one of my.
That
This
makes
bigger
sense.
than Houston. That's what's crazy. New York is way
That's what
bigger
the
than
fan
Houston.
base is. That's what the fan base is,
Yeah, that's a
Benchy.
fact.
They feeling you in New York.
Way
Ah.
number one. New York is number one.
Nice.
LA number two.
Alright.
Houston number three. So, you know,
You
That's
got
what's
Nick.
up.
You got Nick fan energy, for sure.
I guess so. I don't know if
He
I'm a
calling you
Knicks
a Nick
fan.
fanboy?
Loud,
That's
proud.
crazy.
That you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know, I'm just an analyst of the game now. I used to be. I'm a Rockets guy by heart, but right now I'm just an analyst of the game. Man, James Harden broke my heart, man. He let me down. But KD might fix it. So hey, shout out to KD.
Nice.
Well, if Steph Curry don't come around,
Hey, chills. East Harlem a cool place to be in New York. That's what somebody said. Come to East Harlem. I don't.
unless you know somebody up there, don't be walking around in East Harlem if you don't know nobody up there.
Oh, then we're gonna stay away from the East Harlem.
No,
I'm not going to Harlem because I'm staying in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Every
was
time
lit.
I go to New York, I ain't going I'll be in Manhattan a little bit just because I'm a hustler, I'm a shaker, I'm a mover. But I'm in Brooklyn. All right.
Yeah,
I don't want to be nowhere else but Brooklyn.
Yeah, shout out to Vail too. Shout out to Vail. Vail pull up on us in his city, man. You know, that's how it go. Ron's supposed to check in. He didn't even check in. Him and Swiper was supposed to check in.
I checked in
See,
with
we don't
them.
have to. See, you don't have to do that.
okay.
Like, that's a West Coast thing. Like I hear that all the time from the dudes on the internet where you got to check on. Like we don't do that on the East Coast. Like if I want to go somewhere, I'm going. I didn't know I didn't know I had to call somebody and go, yo.
Now
I'm
they
gonna be in
said
this thing.
stay away from the Bronx.
Yeah, you don't
This
wanna
is
be up there.
dated information, yo.
That's
Y'all
what they
talking
told
y'all talking about like East Harlem, like it's serious. It ain't that serious anymore.
How you know?
No, Brooklyn ain't that serious no more.
Jordan,
Hospitals,
where am I from?
ops,
I
white
don't know if you
people,
from East Harlem or not. I just wanna know how
Starbucks,
you know.
Bank of
Washington Heights,
America.
You
Way
damn right I
different
was.
now.
I was at Starbucks. I was at Simpsons. Hey, shout out Simpsons in Brooklyn for real.
Yeah, shout out Simpsons.
I'm talking about, hey, we ate at Simpsons back
Every day.
to back nights.
Pen, what part of New York you from?
Washington Heights.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that said. I'm just saying okay to just
Washington Heights is like Fifth Ward in Houston. Except it's a whole bunch of Spanish. Except it's a whole bunch of Spanish people that live up there.
Oh,
So
well,
if you-
yeah, there's a lot of
Puerto
Spanish
Rican.
people that live in Fifth Ward. They call it Denver Harbor.
Mhm.
You know,
I mean,
so
like we played basketball in Harlem like 6 years ago. It wasn't serious. It's not that serious. It hasn't been serious since like the late 90s. Like y'all need to update your stats and shit about New York. New York was a very different place in the 80s. You know, the shit that I was hearing coming up in the 90s about how it used to be, people like, oh my God, we got soft. You know, you could walk around at night and not get shot. It's pretty great. Right. But now, people don't see a Starbucks for 4 blocks. They're like, oh, I'm a sketchy neighborhood. Come on, man. Chill the hell out.
I mean,
You're talking about Brooklyn and, like, come on, man.
To be fair, Pen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
We went to the record room Wednesday night. No, that was Saturday night. We went to the record room Saturday night, and Pen, they had a dude out there on that ice, and he was turned up. That might have scared you a little. That might have scared somebody right there. Brother just walking block. He come back around in circles, oxy. He like, woo!
Bro, you want to get scared. You come to Toronto. You want to get scared right now. You come to Toronto. Like I'm not even messing with you, bro. My God, you cannot get on a subway here without someone trying to stick you up, like for rob you or some shit. Like our crime is crazy right now. So
Toronto's some of the nice people in the world, though.
Again, Jordan, stop getting your information from like 1992. This shit ain't.
I got a
it's
couple
serious
teams
up in
from
here,
Toronto.
man. I thought I left the hood. I came
but
right.
Pen-
I came
Pen,
right. The hood
that's-
followed with me.
That's every big city though. Like every big city, you're gonna have good, you're gonna have bad, you're gonna have ugly. But as you can see in this picture, this is us in Times Squares. You can see Jordan, you see Swiper, you see the Dub host with the Player's Choice jersey, and you see my man Dave. He is the technician behind the scenes, the magician behind the scenes, making a lot of this stuff happen. You'll see PC was live and in effect in New York.
Yep, that's a fact. And I had my DMX joints on. Shout out to DMX. I wanted to do that personally. I was a DMX guy for sure. Boy, big head in the back seat. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. That's my first DMX song I ever heard. I was in that back seat going, dumb, man. I'm talking about bobblehead. And then after that, DMX came out with how you gonna explain? I ain't gonna finish it. If you know, you know. I ain't gonna finish.
For those of y'all that are unaware, I had a family situation, so I wasn't able to be there, unfortunately. So
I wasn't.
And this was
invited.
also us at CultureCon. Shout out DP. He is the one that's next to
DP.
Jordan and next to me. You see Swiper dressed like he's the next presidential candidate. Jordan dripped out in his jail suit. My man DP was doing what he was doing, and I looked like I was about to walk the runway.
Damn,
hey,
Ron.
look at Ron.
Shout
Look
out
at
to
hey, take
CultureCon,
a look at
man.
Ron.
So we got Bozo the
Ron,
Clown.
you Fabio?
We got Bozo the Clown. We got Rich the Kid. We got DP, and then we got Rupert the waiter.
All right, y'all. Well, let's go ahead and get back into it. Let's get the people what they want. We talked a lot about LeBron in the first half of the show. This next half of the show, we're going to transition, and we are going to talk about which stars or players in general may potentially be on the move this year if A, their teams don't perform, B, they don't perform, or C, maybe it's just not a good fit. So we're going to get into that. If you are watching the video right now, make sure to like, make sure to become a member, make sure to subscribe, and follow us on all platforms. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, and shout out to everybody on Facebook. More specifically, shout out to Vet T. He said, I'm locked in from the 242. He's the only one on Facebook that he didn't like the video. He loved the video. And then he sent through, I don't know what flag this is, and I don't know where the 242 is, but shout out to the 242 and shout out to Vet T.
The Bahamas.
It's the Bahamas? Oh, man, shout out Vet. Yeah, shout out the Bahamas, for real. Mars, you Bahamian, right?
Sure.
Everybody
There we go.
Bahamian. Eric Gordon, Klay Thompson,
Thompson
Buddy.
twins.
It's all everybody
Kid that-
Bahamian when you can't play for Team USA no more.
The kid that plays for Miami, Powell, ain't he from the Bahamas?
Oh, Norman? Yeah.
Thompson.
yeah.
DJ Edge come from
Thompson
the
twins.
Bahamas too, huh?
They Jamaican.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
same thing. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
No, it's not. the same
Don't let no
Yeah, it's the same
Jamaican
thing.
people
Well,
here.
shout out to
like-
DeAndre Ayton, man.
How you
That's
gonna tell
Bahamian
Mars that he
basketball.
Bahamian?
yeah.
Exactly. Same thing.
All right, y'all. Well, we got a couple super chats before we get into the players that we think are going to be on the move or should be on the move. The first one I got is from Tupac Westside. I guess we're going back to LeBron talk. Tupac Westside said, "Good morning, gents. LeBron's media antics are nothing new, so I reserve any thoughts or feelings before the actual announcement. Also, you guys noticed that Jackson Hayes put on some muscle? Respect."
Yeah.
Did not notice. No.
But you notice Anthony Davis putting on muscle.
I know. It's
No,
not
Anthony Davis. Yeah, he didn't put on muscle. He got fat according to Mars. Yeah, he didn't
I
put on
think
any
he
fat.
agreed he got fat. He said he gained 15 pounds because he gonna lose it when the season starts. I ain't gonna lie, that's some of the lousy, and I rock with AD, but that's cap. He put on them
I
15
can't.
pounds,
What I
and he wasn't
what I
locked
can't do
in.
is to your point, Drenchy. I can't roast James Harden for playing his way into shape during the season, but then
Right.
okay when Anthony Davis goes, yo, it ain't nothing for me to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds.
Right.
And I don't want to come into camp at my playing weight because I'm going to lose more weight. Okay, you don't have to lose more weight. You could stay in shape. You can eat. You can still hit the gym. You don't have to do that. That's not true. It's not like all you doing is running all day and you're never in the gym and you're never eating. No,
But you know what?
that's,
what
that's
happened?
a terrible excuse.
Also, you know what happened?
Say something like
I
that.
will say this because AD came from healthy food in LA, and now he down. Now he in Dallas. He in that D town, that triple D, dirty Dallas swag. That boy eating that good barbecue every damn day. That boy probably eating that Terry Black's barbecue. He probably getting that peach cobbler and shit. That shit look-
Papados.
Yeah. Papados ain't really, that's tourist food, but I'm just
He a
saying.
tourist.
Also, your metabolism isn't the same in your 30s. So
Yeah,
he might have had like a
good food
nasty
in Dallas, for
diet.
sure.
He might have already had like some, sugar addictions, frosted flakes, all that shit. That stuff just it piles and pounds on.
What's wrong with Frosted Flakes?
I will say that.
What's wrong with Frosted Flakes? They're great.
Disgusting. It's bad for you, Jordan. Added sugar is really bad for you. It's killing
Who
you.
said it was bad for you? Boy, they gave it all. You see why us jump high as hell? All the kids was eating Frosted Flakes and shit. McDonald's.
When you're a professional
trainer, man.
basketball player, you have no excuse to eat bad food. I don't care where you live. There, you have access to all the healthy food you can eat.
Yeah, you ain't got no access to that shit in New Orleans.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
you got
you
access.
do.
You got. It doesn't matter where you live in America. If you're a professional basketball player, you can eat. There's no excuse. Oh, well, I live here now. I live there now. No, you decided to eat that. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You showed no self-discipline. You got fat.
You know how hard it is
working
to
out.
be disciplined in New Orleans?
It don't matter. That's why
cares?
it's not. That's why it's called discipline. It's supposed to be hard.
Yeah, that shit.
And
You're
a grown ass man. If you're 13 years old, I could dig it. You 13 years old, you out here eating beignets and shit. Okay, I can get with that. You a grown ass man. You're a multi-millionaire.
Beignets and what else, Ox? And what else, Ox?
So you
Beignets
eat
and what
po' boy, you eating po' boys, gumbo, beignets.
That's a fact.
You got to be on top of that shit. So like living
I
in
mean,
Dallas,
Luka
or
was
living
fat
in New
in
York,
LA. Luka was fat in Dallas too.
living in LA.
So you saying it's a Dallas
Portland,
problem?
Detroit, it don't matter.
It's the food.
It's not the food. It's the
man.
discipline.
Watch D-Lo get fat too.
No self-discipline. In.
Okay, first and foremost, who else outside? I'll say Zion had this issue with his weight.
Did Dirk get fat?
Not only Dirk, but who else in New
Yeah,
Orleans
Landon
who has a problem? Even when did Anthony Davis have this problem when he was in New Orleans? No. Did Drew Holiday have this problem when he was in New Orleans? No. All of these. Did Rondo have this problem when he was in New Orleans?
Drew Holiday.
No.
Drew Holiday.
None of these dudes had this problem when they were in New Orleans. This is a discipline issue that Ox is talking about. I'm not buying that nonsense about you because you live in New Orleans. No, man.
You,
I don't have to eat that
You
stuff.
got a personal chef. No, hang on.
I don't
You're a
have to eat
professional
that stuff.
athlete. If you're a professional athlete, you're not telling me you can't devote $80,000 to $100,000 a year for a personal chef who will make the freshest ingredients for you and keep you on track. There ain't
That's
no
a game
way
check,
these
man.
athletes are making
game
38, 40, 50 million dollars and they can't devote $1 million to their health every single
That's a
year.
game
Between
check.
trainer,
If you're not,
between
it's not
athletic
serious.
trainer, living chef, and all this stuff. And frankly, if you don't have one, the team will literally provide one for you. Okay, teams have.
Team
like,
don't
chefs.
necessarily provide a chef for you. They make you pay for it. They don't provide shit.
A
for you.
lot. Good
Jordan,
teams will provide a chef for their young players. Absolutely.
Yeah, at the
Jordan,
expense of
even-
their dime,
even
coming
if-
out their paycheck.
But even if it
That's
does
a part
come out of
being
your
professional.
paycheck,
It don't matter if it does or doesn't.
yeah,
I don't know
you
what
got to
that
invest in
meant.
yourself. I was just talking
I
to
would
my
agree
boy
with
Shaq. My boy Shaq plays in the top league in Europe, and he said he just hired a chef, or he's had a chef for the last year. Shaq makes good money. He's not the NBA. NBA guys, we all know that that's a different level of bread. It's the reason why LeBron James is LeBron James. It's the reason why LeBron James is going into year 23. It's the reason why LeBron James has sustained his athleticism, and
That's
we
a
all
fact.
hear it. We don't know the exact amount that he makes or that he puts into his body. We always hear it's $1 million plus. It could be less than that. It could be more than that. We don't know the exact number.
Could be
But
free.
We know that LeBron invests into himself. And him investing into himself, I would like to think, is partially the reason why he's still performing at the level that he performs. These young guys got to lock in, and they gotta invest in their body. And it starts by investing in what you put in your body.
Yeah.
Well,
And I think, are we at a point, Ron,
right.
where James did write the blueprint? Because I feel like he wrote the blueprint on a number of different things. But like him, Tom Brady, they wrote the blueprint on how to take care of your body,
No.
how to have longevity in your career. This is how you take care of your body. This is how you stay in shape.
So
This is what you
Kareem
need
doesn't
to eat.
exist. Kareem never happened.
Scottie
Karl
Pippen was
Malone
doing
didn't do
that.
it.
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen
Pippen didn't do that.
But these two,
But
I mean, but y'all got to understand who Chill just outlined. That doesn't mean the people before didn't do it. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. LeBron made it. LeBron and Tom Brady may have taken pages out of people before them's book, but you got to understand with society moving into people just wanting to be more healthier, people working out more, people becoming more vegan, people becoming more open to being vegetarian, pescatarian, all of this stuff. When a guy like Tom Brady goes on a strict diet and plays till he's 45, and now he's the best player of all time, and he still performs at an elite level of 45, a lot of the new quarterbacks are going to take pages out of his book and say, okay, Tom Brady did this. Tom Brady slept with these glasses that made his eyes do certain things. People are going to want to do that.
Clean that up, Ron.
Hey,
It's really
relax, Stretch.
Yeah,
Ron,
I'm glad
with-
you
I mean,
cleaned that up, 'cause boy,
with that being
everybody
said,
can't
Ron,
sleep
it's
with
not-
that.
it's not only just that though. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting your rest. You know what I'm saying, not going out after the game. You know, icing your body. You know what I'm saying. There's been players for decades that have been doing that. So no disrespect to Tom Brady and LeBron James, but there's been many players that do that. And it's not all about just being vegan or this or that. Man, Whole Foods is right down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to cut. You could cut your carbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cut your carbs, you cut your sugars. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. You can still eat really good foods. Like, you can eat steak. You can eat chicken. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to just, you know what I'm saying? You can eat that. You know what I mean? Cut your carbs. Like I said, cut the sugars. You got in everybody's diet ain't for everybody. You got to figure out what works for your body. You got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You got to do all the things to take care of yourself. And LeBron James didn't write the blueprint on that. There's been tons of players that have been doing that for a long time. But the difference is LeBron James is just physically more gifted as well. So it's like not only am I taking care of myself, but I'm just superior to you. You know what I'm saying?
But Ox, that's the point. That's the point, though, Ox. It's like LeBron James is more athletic than you, and he's more disciplined than you. So if
you can't help the athleticism stuff.
No,
you can't help what you was born with.
I understand that, Ox. What I'm trying to say is, if this guy's already superior and better, and he's more disciplined, something got to give. So it's like I'm trying to. I get that. It's not.
Like
I'm not saying.
I'm not athlete. Charles Barkley was a freak athlete.
And Shaq is criticized because he didn't take care of his body.
Correct. So I hear what you're saying. Exactly. But Wilt Chamberlain was even more of a freak athlete than LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. So he took care of his body. I've listened to interviews with. Yes, he did. Absolutely. Wilt Chamberlain was in great shape. What are we talking about, yo?
He for sure was in great shape to play 48 minutes and then go play with 48.
I told you my theory about Wilt Chamberlain is hey man, I'm gonna leave that to another day. But
as you were saying, Penn, I want to make sure I'm following you, Penn.
He got 2 48-minute workouts in a day.
I remember when I was younger, I watched
sometimes 3.
Chill. Every morning, I have water with lemon. Every morning. Do you know why? Wilt Chamberlain. Watched an interview where he said lemon was my secret. So every morning,
what else that lemon water do, Penn, that he didn't tell you?
What it does? What does it do?
It prepare you for what he was doing after the game.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's why he was doing it. So
that shit cardio like too, yo. That shit is cardio too. It doesn't matter. That's probably why he was in such great shape.
To your point, Ox, when you're talking about cardio. To your point, when you're talking about the blueprint, you're exactly right. I'm not going to argue that point. Karl Malone said that Adrian Dantley taught him how to take care of his body. Make sure you ice your knees. Because when you're 20, 21, 22 years old, you think that you're going to be like this forever, right? You don't know that years later, like this stuff is going to come back to catch up to you. However, we've seen guys who are super freak athletes. David Robinson looked like he was basically chiseled out of rocks. Like, why didn't he play at this level for 20 years? Is it because he didn't take care of his body? Did James play this long because he took care of his body? I'd like to think that James played as long as he did at this level. 1, because of his skill set. Number 2, because he took care of his body and he was able to endure all of that pounding and all of that good stuff that comes with basketball. He was able to
what? Chill. Advances in modern medicine.
You just hit that thing,
first of all,
boy.
Basketball
and PEDs.
That too, but I'm not talking about that. Basketball may be evolving like this.
Sure.
But medicine training has evolved like this. Between when David Robinson played and when LeBron has played.
So why they get hurt more?
Because there are a lot of trainers who don't know how to train. And I mean, like we dug into this where there's a lot of trainers who are operating with the idea of the 90s, and you got to catch up to the 2020s. And there's a lot of work with fascia.
So do you think
a lot of work with ligaments, a lot of work
that's
with
what's wrong with these NBA players? They train
absolutely.
They train in the 90s. I don't think
yes.
so. I don't
think to be honest with you, Drenchy, I think the focus is a lot. I think the focus isn't strength training more than it is like resistance stuff. That doesn't help me. Like if I'm trying to get strong,
doing bands and stuff, probably need to go through the heels.
That doesn't help me. I'm trying to get strong and stay strong. And if I'm able to do that, I think that I can sustain a lot of, to my point, pounding and the brute force of the NBA. I think I can sustain that for a long time. But if I'm just training to stretch my muscles, if I'm just training and doing resistance band work, that doesn't
That's what
mean that I'm
LeVar
gonna,
Ball said, that's what
The
LeVar Ball
game is
said.
totally
they crashed
different.
on him.
The game is totally different today. You got bigger, longer athletes. You're spacing out the court way more. You got to travel further distances. Like to be real, like people want to talk about transition pace in the 80s and 70s, whatever. That was like up, down, like running up and down the court. You're not switching your direction 18 different times on a single possession. You don't have 7-footers that have to be out there like Wembanyama guarding point guards, switching your hips like this. The toll on an athlete's body today is so different. And one of the reasons that I
think it's easier. I think it's easier.
It's not easier, Jordan.
Why
It's
not?
so much harder.
Way more. I disagree.
Pin.
The game was way more physical.
Pin, do you play basketball?
We have this
I've
discussion.
played
every
basketball.
Pin,
single day.
no. Do you still play basketball today?
No.
Because I still play at a pretty high level. I don't play collegiately. I don't play professionally. I play at a very high men's league here in Seattle with former NBA players, former D1 athletes, current professionals. I play with these guys. And we play today's brand of basketball. I played back in the 2000s when I was a kid at a high level for what a youth would play at. I played collegiately. I played high school. I played throughout all the eras. Basketball is basketball. It's not like I still move my feet. I still slide laterally. When I have the ball, I maneuver. I still rebound. I still crash the glass. And you know what's even funny? It's not as physical, so I don't get hit as much as I used to.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, like, basketball is basketball. I know you guys are saying you have to travel a longer distance because guys shoot more threes and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's not all of that. I'm assuring you that it's not. I know you think it is, and I know you watch the game and you want to believe that this is why guys are tearing their Achilles more and stuff like that.
What's the gap between your men's league and
I'm not asking him.
NBA?
I'm not asking. I haven't got hurt. I haven't got hurt. I'm saying it's not about that gap because this is what I'm saying. It's always been a gap if that's the case between the level I've been at in the NBA. What I'm trying to say is, despite that gap throughout my whole career, I haven't got hurt. I haven't.
Touch wood.
Knock on wood. Yo. But I'm saying, like, I haven't torn an Achilles. I haven't ruptured anything. I haven't no ACL, and I've been playing. I still play the same way that I play. I still will guard the other team's best offensive player. I still move my feet. I still play a rugged brand of basketball.
Ron, there's a big difference though. And the difference is at the level. The difference is you, the position you play, and the style of play you are. You are like that. When we're talking about bigs, right? There's I think there's a big difference there. Whereas back in the day, you wouldn't have to. Greg Ostertag wouldn't have to close out on a deep three, switch his hips, beat a defender to the baseline.
Bigs ain't the one that's really getting hurt that much, though.
But they get hurt too. I'm just talking about.
It's
style
harder
of play.
for bigs.
Real quick,
It's definitely harder for bigs.
I'm specifically talking about style of play. Also, with the amount of threes they're shooting today too, if we're not just standing in corners waiting for a dribble drive, you do have to get more open. You do have to run longer. You do have to get open, running from this corner to this corner, touching the paint. I know everybody's not doing that, but we cannot deny that it's a completely different game in 2025 than it was in 1995.
Oh, absolutely,
it's
way
different.
I'm not arguing basketball.
It is still basketball, but Ron, you can't just say it's still basketball and then just think it's the same thing. It's still called basketball, but there's a lot more.
It still is basketball.
If y'all want to know why people are
there's
getting
no new movements. There's no new movements. It's not any new movements.
Okay, Ron.
Y'all want to know why people are getting injured? This right here. This is why people are getting injured.
Oh yeah, I'm injured people.
I disagree. They just get injured.
Ron, you are the problem. You are the problem.
Hey, well, check it out. My Cash App is Cash Daniels now. All NBA players, if
hold
you don't
on,
want to get injured this year, shoot me some bread and I won't allow y'all to get injured.
Yo, let's focus. Let's focus.
You need to go back to lifting weights instead of weak ass fans.
Just focus on basketball, Pin. Focus on basketball. Let's not get into that. Let's keep it hoop, right?
Keep it hoop, Pin.
You can.
That was hoop.
All right, bro. Let's just keep moving forward, though. That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Ox. Go ahead.
Okay,
you focus too. Go.
So what I'm saying is, you can keep saying it's just basketball, and that is true. That's a fact. But it's definitely a different game. You can't deny that. The movements might be the same, but it's different for you, Ron. When you're able to play 1 through 4, when you're a longer guy, you got longer arms, you're mobile, you're a wing player, you can do all that. That makes sense for why you're saying it's not the same. If it was me, I would beg to differ. I would say, well, back when I first started playing basketball, it was more, I'm right here on the block, it's pick and roll on offense, pick and roll on defense. But then as I start getting older, I had to start coming out there and guarding those 6'10" Ryan Anderson dudes that could shoot the ball. And then after that, they weren't only just shooting the ball, they was pump faking, putting it on the ground. So here I am as a power forward and a center having to adjust. Luckily, I was a pretty decent athlete and I was able to stay with the game. But there was a lot of people that weren't able to do that. So I agree wholeheartedly with what Penn was saying a moment ago and what Chill is saying as well. The game has changed. Yes, it's still basketball, but Ron, I think you're looking at it from your shoes where you're able to do that.
I'm not talking about being able to play. Obviously, it's certain bigs that are slow-footed that aren't able to play now. You got your Greg Monroe's, for instance. Your Jahlil Okafors. They would have been good. They would have been good in the 90s and the 2000s. They're not going to last today. You got to be able to stretch the floor. You got to be. No, I understand that. I understand. I'm not talking about the skill set. We can talk about skills, and I can understand that.
How many
I'm talking about right quick, y'all. Relax, Pin. I'm not talking about skills. Obviously, and that's the same with football. That's the same with everything. When things evolve, your skills have to evolve. Even society with jobs today, it's certain jobs and skills that you could have had in the 60s that aren't going to last today. I'm talking about getting injured. Getting injured does not have to do with the style of play. You are still running, you are still jumping, you are still sliding at an elite level. And on top of that, you guys always want to bring in modern medicine. And on top of that, you guys always want to bring in high-level training. We just talked about dietary things. These guys are more athletic than ever before. They jump higher than before. They're stronger, they're faster, they're this and that.
I don't believe that.
Okay, but I'm talking to the people that do believe that. So if that's the case, if I'm Hercules now, then why am I getting hurt?
Well, listen to what Penn said. Listen to what Penn said about having to change direction, switch your hips. Once again, Ron, I don't think you're understanding because it's not a problem for you. When you have to twist like that, you have to go this way, looking that way. You realize the impact that has on your knees, the impact that has on your hips, the impact that has on your ankles. That's undeniable. It's undeniable. You can look how you want. It's undeniable.
People been twisting their hips in the NBA since the 60s.
I agree with that.
We know that.
My role has not changed. I was a ball hawk. I was a 5'11" point guard. My role hasn't changed very much. I couldn't guard 7-footers back then. Can't guard 7-footers now. If 7-footer gets me on the post, I got the same move. Hack, foul, call for help. Okay. But for that 7-footer or for that 6'8", 6'9" wing, the game has changed completely. Not only are those types of athletes way, way, way more common. One.
Has it changed completely if you grew up in an era where the game was that already? You never played the way that they played back then. So it didn't change for you.
You're a skills trainer. How many false steps? How many false steps did you see in like 1997? How common was that move? How common were some of these moves, bro? Some of the stuff that they're allowing you to do with the basketball, you just couldn't do it back then. You didn't have to do it back then. You went
past what I said. I said the game didn't change for the person that grew up in this era that saw this style of basketball. They still get hurt. Like, I think the thing that changed the most is people, they like look past the hard part of the basketball. Lifting heavy ass weights instead of using them bands, running up hills and shit, doing the hard part of basketball because people think it's cooler. I think it's just an excuse that they use them weak ass bands and all that.
Or what kept Kawhi healthy in 2019.
Go lift weights, go lift iron.
And why
this right here is the dated 80s Mickey.
No, you still got to eat iron, Pin. You still got to push that.
I remember Kenyon Martin said this. He had to change this about his son. He said KJ was lifting all them fucking bands and shit like that, and he kept getting hurt. He said one summer he was like, KJ, I got you. We gonna do this. He started putting them on them real weights, real iron, and he stopped getting hurt. Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, you gotta live, bro. Like those weak ass
Ron just said
bands
to
and
me,
flexing my toe and all of that shit. Bruh,
Ron
put on
literally
some
just
iron.
said,
Lifting prevents injury.
really
It
quick,
always
Tim,
has.
because I want to
That's
get
why
back
you
to
lift
Ron.
weights. You
Ron
don't lift
literally
weights to
said
be a
that these
bodybuilder.
guys-
You lift weights to not get
No,
hurt.
you don't. That's a fact, Drenchy. That is
You lift weights to
100%
not
a
get
fact.
hurt.
And Ron is making it sound like this men's league that he plays in, which is a high-level men's league, like the sea is just opening up whenever he gets in the lane. Like, Ron, stop. It's not.
It is.
Ron, so
Hold on,
it
what do
is.
you-
How come,
what do you-
so if that's the case, so if the sea is opening up every time you go to the lane, why aren't you averaging 50 a game? Why aren't
Hold
you
on, what are
scoring
you
every time
talking?
you
Wait,
get to
wait,
the
wait.
line?
What are you even
look,
talking about?
I'm-
I don't even know
I'm
what you're
talking
talking about.
Okay,
talking about
this
the
is point that
physicality, Ron.
This is the
That's
point
because
that I'm
niggas gotta go to
making
work
you, Ron.
tomorrow. Of course, I'm
No,
not out there hitting.
no, I said it's not as physical as it used to be.
And this
Hey,
is-
Mars,
no,
the Ball brothers
this-
stopped lifting weights. That's why they got hurt.
This is the
Ask LeVar.
This is the point that I'm
That's what
making,
you do
Ron.
be saying.
When
you
you-
know?
So he said.
Ron, when you go down the lane, Ron, you getting bumped, right? When you go down the
Yeah,
lane,
I still-
you're getting pushed.
Chill.
Right.
I never
And
said it wasn't physical. I said it's not
Right.
as physical as it used to be. And you
Okay.
know that if players aren't playing on the block, if they're not down there pushing and bumping on the block, you know that. Chill. I don't
It's still
chill.
physical,
You
though.
out of everybody. See, this is what kills me about you. You out of everybody know that the game is not as physical as it used to be. There's
But
not
it's
hand
still-
checking. There's not roughing. We just watched the game on playback where dude
Yeah.
almost got his hand taken off. He got clothesline.
So just
Pin, you
because
were
you're
up
not
there.
getting-
Ox, you were
no,
up there.
Ron,
Chill,
just
you were
because
up
you're
there.
not getting-
You know it's not as physical.
What are
you know that.
talking about? We just
Just
watched the
because
playoffs.
you-
We watched OKC beat the shit out of everybody. What are you talking
Just
about?
because you're not getting
just
getting
grabbing. They wasn't
clothesline
hitting
does
no
not
place.
mean that the game is not physical. Me and Ox have had this
I never said that
Okay,
it wasn't
they're not
physical. It's not
clotheslining guys
as
at the
Time in,
physical.
time out.
Okay, they're not clotheslining
even if
guys
it's
at the
not
rim.
as physical, that doesn't mean that
Yeah, I've
guys
seen
aren't
people
getting
get
injured
clotheslined.
because of the physicality. Because guys are getting injured because of the physicality. Ox, how many times have you and I had this conversation about having to go to Sacramento and fighting with that damn bull you got up there in Sabonis? I got to deal with that dude, and then after fighting with him, how good am I going to feel after fighting with Steven Adams in the paint for 35 minutes all night long? How am I going to feel fighting with him? How am I going to feel fighting with Luka, having to keep Luka in front of me while he's going to the lane and he's bumping me because he's 6'8" and he's 240 pounds? Okay, Ron, Rick Mahorn is not in the paint anymore. Okay, Ron, Bill Laimbeer is not in the paint anymore, Ron. Okay, you're not getting clothesline, but don't sit there and tell me that because these guys are getting bumped, that doesn't equate to them being injured. Because if I got to deal with that on a night in and night out basis from these guys, it's gonna wear on me and it's gonna tear my muscles. It's gonna.
So it's the physicality that it is.
Okay, we're using all of the court. Have you seen those games from the 80s where one guy stands with four guys watching? Like, have you seen that? Like right now, we saw this pass from
Still what
Jokic.
happens today.
That's not what happens today. I don't know what basketball you're
One
watching.
guy has the
That
ball
ain't-
and four guys
that
are
ain't-
watching. That
is
still
not
happens
how
today.
Indiana played. That is not how Detroit played. That is not how Toronto
And that's
played.
not how a lot of teams in the
Sacramento
90s.
played.
The Lakers
That might
didn't play
be
like
how
that in the
Knicks-
90s.
That might
The
be how
Lakers didn't
Knicks-
play like that in the 80s.
I'm sorry. That might be how
The
Knicks-
Bulls didn't play like that in the 90s. It's a lot of teams that didn't play like
Ron,
that.
I don't know if you're being serious. You got to tell me. If
I'm
you're
being dead ass
I-
serious. I'm being dead ass serious. It's not a
can't
troll
believe
bone
it.
in my body right now.
The point is, Ron, is that these guys are getting injured.
You got it, man.
Because of it might not be as physical as it was in 1995. The game has changed, but the fact that I do have guys leaning on me, I do have guys still pushing. That wears on me, and as time goes on, to your point, I'm gonna get hurt. That's why these guys do get hurt. And to Drenchy's point, if I'm lifting bands, like I'm not prepared for that level of physicality. We're not gonna sit here and act like dudes just running down the lane all night long and nobody's stopping them. Because if that was the case, then everybody would be scoring and we'd be averaging 50 a game.
I mean, shit, everybody
There's a
do be scoring 30,
difference,
but I will say this. I will say those bands are just totally different from real iron. Like that shit is just different. Like
These are not mutually exclusive things, Jordan. You can do both. No one's
yeah,
saying
but
you
they
got to
don't
pick
do
one.
both. They doing bullshit
Yes,
ass
they
bands and these
do.
look
NBA
ass
players are lifting.
dumbbells
What are you
that
talking
look cool
about?
as shit. What happened to the real iron? Like,
Well,
what
Jordan,
happened?
there's a time and place for everything, right? So
Yeah.
I do think I think you do different things for different reasons. You want to get your muscles strong, you want to get them bulky, but the way that they play today, you want to also be able to prevent that muscle fatigue, because a lot of times you can hurt yourself with that muscle fatigue.
Yeah.
So you got to do both things, especially when, like I was saying, when you're a big guy and now I got to move and run and close out and do some things that you typically wouldn't have to do at this position. I think that's why, there is a time and place when you got to get on the bands and strengthen your muscle and work on that fatigue and lift lighter weight at a higher rep. You know what I'm saying? But there's also, and I 100% agree with you, there is a time and place when I just need to eat metal. Straight, get in there and pump iron.
Put that work in.
Have to do that.
Like Jaylen, like Jaylen Brown. I saw Jaylen Brown working out. And I agree sometimes to a point too that a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is luck. Injuries is luck at the end of the day. Like those are freak accidents. But like Jaylen Brown being big as hell, like that's how you supposed to come into the season. Like you gonna be that strong. When he starts playing, he gonna lose weight. Like he's gonna lose 10 pounds. Like Anthony Davis swear he gonna do it. That's the difference though. Jaylen Brown coming to season big and strong, and you know you gonna tear your meniscus or something with your knee playing basketball. That's a part of the game. But all the little muscle tears and the in the Achilles, in the feet, and all of these injuries and stuff like that, all of this stuff can a lot of times be prevented, in my opinion, if you just start lifting. Like just get strong. Like you don't do it to get bodybuilder strong. You do it to prevent injury. You do it to be able to take a bump and keep running. You do it to be able to sustain that. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're not as sore. Your muscles is not as fatigued. Now you do need to stretch with this modern day new medicine that everybody's still getting diseases and cancer and all of this other shit on. But this new Einstein medicine that nobody ever heard of is the best thing. At this point, I'm starting to think we being psyop at this point. Like, because this some bullshit. It gotta be.
Yo, Pin, right quick. But before you go, Pin, right quick, I do just want to play this video from a trainer that I'm pretty familiar with. He got pretty good content, and he's a solid trainer.
I know PJ.
Yeah, shout out PJ down in Arizona. I don't know if he's still in Arizona, but I know he was in Arizona.
I think LeBron trains the same way they trained in the 90s, and I think it's one of the secrets to his longevity. Let me explain. LeBron takes the first half of the offseason off. He does not get in the court. He just focuses on his fitness. He keeps his body physically ready so that he's within striking distance of playing shape, and then at the end of the offseason, he gets back on the court and plays his way into shape. I was having a conversation with Sam Cassell, and I was asking a lot of questions about how they trained in the 90s. And he said, look, most guys didn't touch a basketball during the offseason. Some of them jumped rope, some of them lifted weights, some of them did other forms of cross-training. Their only rule was don't get 10 pounds above your playing weight. Stay physically ready, stay within striking distance of playing shape, get to training camp and play your way into shape. The only guy in NBA history who's played more total games than LeBron James is Robert Parrish. He had an article talking about how he did not touch a basketball all offseason. He jumped rope, he lifted weights, and he did kickboxing. Now, I'm not saying you all have the luxury of training like this. LeBron has been good. So for him, it's about longevity. So he could take the entire offseason off the court if he wanted to. Guys in the 90s didn't have 100 Serbian guys breathing down their neck trying to take their spots. The game is global. The game is better than it's ever been. We 10x the money, which means you 10x the competition. We increase the amount of stress and the amount of pressure to train more. I get that. But you do have to understand that there is a trade-off. And so when durability is breaking down and you're worried about health, this is the first place to look. Are you taking any time away from the court, or are you year-round just pounding on your joints, not allowing yourself to heal any of these nagging injuries, not having any time to actually focus on your fitness and your strength and conditioning? So there's always these trade-offs, and there is no right or wrong. It depends on where you're at. What's your risk tolerance, right? Like some people, they have to take major risks with their body just to be good enough to go make the team that they're trying to walk onto. Whereas other people like LeBron, his risk tolerance should be really low because he's already good. So I can't take a risk beating myself up in training and then ruining that. So what's your risk tolerance? Do you have skill as a limiting factor or durability as a limiting factor, and then go from there?
Fair enough.
And now that was great information. And I like the point that he said about the competition, because you 10x $1. So now I do think people just just feel the pressure of needing to be the best, needing to want to train so much that they don't You know, like a lot of people can't afford to not pick up a basketball. I do think that's good though for a part of your basketball experience. Like when you're done with a long season, you just play 82 games, or you didn't play 75 games, or you just been gone 10 months. Maybe put down a basketball for like a week or two. Just go live, go stay in shape, go box, do whatever you got to do, and then you pick up the game. It's not like baseball to where if you miss 2 weeks, your muscle memory off. You might be out of shape if you miss 2 weeks playing basketball, but you can always play your way into shape just by playing pickup. But as soon as the season ends and you going right back into your trainer where y'all doing 1,000 crossovers and then you trying to go do these bands and shit like that. Like if you going to lift heavy weights, it's no way you working out that much. Like there's no way. I think they said Michael Jordan was spending 3 hours in the weight room or some shit like that. Like he was spending a long ass time in the weight room. Like it's no way he going after that and doing 100,000 dribble moves and shit. Like it's no way. Like your body just can't take that. Like you just can't. But I thought that was good information. That was a good point he made, though.
Devoted a good portion of my life getting to know a lot of NBA trainers and picking their brains. And I walk into every conversation with a blank slate in my mind. I don't have any, this is how you should do it. My question is simply, how do you do it? What have you observed in your clients? And we're talking some of the best players in the league. No, not LeBron, but just about everybody else. So my conclusion based on that is it's not one size fits all. Some dudes, will say MMA is a really, really good thing to do. Some people will be, talking about barefoot training. Some people swear off of barefoot training. My view on this is lifting, bands, all this shit got to be used together. Barefoot training, I think, is very good. Balance is very good. But one of the things about, injuries that a lot of people don't talk about is a lot of genetics and a lot of luck, bro. A lot of genetics and a lot of luck. And
I think it's 90% genetics, to be honest with you.
It comes down to certain movements that have just never been done on a basketball court at the level that they're being done, that are being done right now. So you want to talk about
what movement had never been done on a basketball court before?
Please,
at the frequency it is being done today to get a step.
What's the movement? What is the movement?
Probably
I mentioned that.
What's the movement?
Setback and side steps,
dude. If you watch the 80s to today, how many half
I'm asking you, what is the movement?
That move that Jason Tatum did when he tore his Achilles, that move that Tyrese Halliburton did.
Reaching down to grab a ball?
No, he's talking about the false step. He's talking about the false step.
The negative step, false step.
Pin, I will end this fucking stream right now. Are you out of your mind?
That's how any NBA and NBA
the level. Hold on,
Pin.
Look,
are you being serious right now?
That's how you start.
You told me to shut up and let you talk.
Are you being serious right now?
That's a move that.
So let me just get this off.
It's no way you're being serious right now.
Human movement.
It's no way you're being serious.
Making a point.
No, he's not making a point. He's not making a point. Chill. No. Chill. He's not making a point. I hate to have to do this, Pin. This is incredible out of you. For as smart as you are, to say that what he's doing is a move that has never been done.
What did I say? Did I say
the frequency? The frequency of exploding. The frequency of exploding forward. Literally taking a step forward.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
It's the negative step, Ron, and Pin.
People always take negative steps.
That's literally how humans start.
They let you do so much more with the basketball today. They let you do so much more with the basketball. Athletes are bigger and they're doing it more frequently. The possessions, like the number of times a player has to switch directions on a single play. If you're a big who has to switch out to a guard, you just didn't have to do that at the frequency that you did it before. I watched a lot of games from the 80s. Not to the level of Mars where I'm studying every single player, every single game like he's doing, but I've watched a lot of the 80s, a lot of the 90s. There's just way more movements, complex movements.
Yeah.
The final thing I'll say before Ron goes on, whatever he wants to talk about is sleep and recovery is so important. When it comes to athletes, diet, sleep, recovery, all these things. I don't know if there's a necessary a causal link. I haven't done a scientific study on it, but I'm sure someone should.
Your phone. You can stay on your phone.
I'll be seeing NBA players checking out my stories at 4 a.m. and they got a game the next day. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing up at 4 a.m., bro?
Like, you don't play to 7 o'clock.
What the hell is So I think maybe discipline is lost. maybe the former generation, like the previous generation, had a greater discipline than the current generation. That's one thing I will say is like, if you,
I don't know. Shaq said
you know what
he
I mean?
stayed
Like,
up
there's a
all the
lot
time.
of money. Let's
Shaq
just
said
be
he couldn't
real.
sleep.
The NBA salary relative to the average billionaire, millionaire type of salary has gone up, 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 up. Rock stars. Every NBA player is a freaking rock star right now. If you are a rookie, if you were 13th overall pick, you got fuck you money. You got rock star money. That just wasn't the case. Everybody wasn't a rock star. Now everybody's a rock star. Everybody's an international celebrity. Chill. You could tell me in the 70s and the 80s, the 48th overall pick ain't a rock star, right?
He is not.
Right. So now everybody thinks they're big. Everybody got like 150,000 followers on IG. IG didn't exist. Everybody got like 50, 60, 70 baddies hitting them up every single day. Now you're up at 4 a.m. You're checking all your DMs. You're checking your mentions. Now you got way too much access because the newspaper used to come out once a day. Now the newspaper gets printed like every second.
I mean,
you know,
then,
like
then,
you got
can
a
I-
whole
can I
bunch of
ask a question?
idiots. You got idiots online who be like talking shit. You got young players who are 18, 19 years old, who are 7 years away from their brain being fully developed.
Yeah,
They're
but Pink,
prefrontal
What does
cortex.
this have to do with movements being more complex today?
What
Pink,
this has
There's
to do
no
with is
social
sleep.
media, Instagram stories
phone
being liked,
impacts
and rock
phone-
star ability has
Okay.
nothing to do with hits.
Ron,
and,
try
and-
to approach this with intellectual curiosity. Wi-Fi and your phone and social
Yo!
media impact
Hey y'all,
sleep.
I'll be back.
Good stuff.
Yo!
Thank you.
Intellectual.
The best thing he did today.
To Ox's point, I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't get nearly as much sleep because I had a complex about sleeping. It was almost
Shaq
like
said the
being
same
a
thing,
lazy-
Chill.
I had a complex about being sleeping because it was a lazy thing that I grew up with. Like if you sleep,
I
a
was
lot,
just about to
you're
ask
lazy.
you that, Chill. I was just
Yeah,
about to ask you that.
Yeah, it was a complex. And to your point, Drench, and I shouldn't even be telling this story, but the night Shaq turned 30 years old in 2002, right? And they played Golden State. Up in Golden State, he had a party. To your point, Drenchy, we were out that night before the game till 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
So, you know,
he said
I
he
think-
did that all the time.
We was out till 3:30 in the morning that night. I think he went like 40 and 15 that next night against
Facts.
Golden State.
I
Something
know.
like that.
I know from being in LA.
I know that sounds ridiculous, Mars, but yeah.
No,
And
it's not-
we were
it's
in
not
we were in
ridiculous.
Oakland. We was out to like two.
I'ma
We
tell you-
was out to like 3:30 in the morning.
Chill.
And
I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you the truth. I've been around Lou Will at nighttime and they
Oh, boy.
demons in the night, and Lou go get dirty. Like,
Yeah.
like
That's
that's
going
just
on.
how we go. Like, I was gonna ask this because I know, and I don't want to sound ignorant, but I just know I've heard mixed opinions on this, and I've always want to get this off. I've heard a lot of people, promote good sleep habits, right? Oh, you got to get a lot of sleep. You need 8-9 hours of sleep, whatever.
Mhm.
Then I've heard the other side of that, where a lot of successful people say you don't need that much sleep. Like, I know a lot
I'm
of people
straight
be
with
like,
about 5 hours. I'm good. I'm good with
yeah,
about
like
5
I've
hours.
heard a
I'm
lot of
good.
successful
You
people be
only
like,
need
I
as much
just need,
sleep as your body feels it needs.
yeah, and
Some people can
that's what
operate
I
on
came to
4
the
hours. Some
conclusion,
people
Mark.
need 9 hours. Like that was
I came to that conclusion. Like, some people body can just operate off 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Some people body needs 9-10. Like, I've heard the successful people, majority of the successful people, and I'm talking about billionaires, majority of them all say they don't eat a lot and they don't sleep a lot. Majority
Well,
of
you
them
don't.
say the exact same thing
We don't need to eat as much
as
as
we eat, for
we
sure.
were told. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as sleep goes, bro, I think that's like how you were saying. I think it just kind of depends on the person. But
Yeah.
a lot of those people that are telling you, "Oh, I only sleep 4 hours" or this or that, they're not mentioning the crash. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
They're
yeah,
not
no,
mentioning-
you need a day to
Yeah.
crash. I agree.
Yeah,
I
they're
agree.
not-
You
they're-
need one day to crash. Your body's just gonna do that. But
Yeah, and they're not mentioning getting sick every other month. You know what I'm saying? They're not mentioning them common colds. You know what I'm saying? So,
But I would agree that I don't think humans supposed to sleep that much. I think it's one day that we supposed to like just rest, like just one day of just full rest.
No, that was God. God
I think
rests for
that's
one day.
everybody. No,
The
it
rest
ain't
of-
just
the
God.
rest of
That's
us have to
everybody.
He a little bit
That's why
different.
That's why
I think
people
God's a
don't
little bit
go,
different
no,
than
That's
us.
a different nigga right
I
there.
don't think he the same as us, man. I think he a little
No,
bit
that's why
different.
a lot of times they didn't work on Sundays. Like, that's why a lot of times I think people just need one day to rest. Like,
Look,
you go hard.
I
you just
interviewed a
probably need one day to crash.
neuroscientist about sleep. If you need less than 6 hours of sleep, you probably got like a rare genetic, mutation. It's perfectly fine. It does happen for some people, but the vast majority of people need about 7 hours. sometimes 8 hours. Some people need 9 hours. There's a lot of stuff that goes on for your brain when you sleep, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on for your body. If you sleep poorly, it doesn't count. You don't get to count it. You could say I slept 5 hours. If your sleep is broken up, you got to get up to go to the washroom. It's not the same thing. You need deep sleep in order to repair your mind, flush out the days.
And why do they say you only need a 27-minute nap per day to get you the great injury?
It's not for everybody though.
Because
Jordan.
Reddit is not
That's
a
what
great
I'm
place
saying.
for medical advice. I don't know.
It's not Reddit. Boy, I got that from the sleep store.
The sleep store.
Yeah, people that study sleep. Yes, they sell mattresses.
27 minutes a day.
I mean, some people say sleep is in
27-minute nap.
cycles or whatever, like 90-minute
So
cycles.
naps can be great. They can be
So as
really
long as you don't
productive.
break
You don't
up
want to
the
nap too
cycle,
long.
Yeah.
But a lot of this
But
comes
that's-
down to sleep cycles, and like, look, man, there's people who've been doing work on sleep for years in terms of how to optimize sleep and shit. You need cold environment. You want your body to be cool. You don't want any lights on. You know, a lot of people be getting lights from their phone. They be getting like Wi-Fi is definitely disrupting your sleep. 100% turn your Wi-Fi off when you go to sleep. Turn
What
Don't
does
worry.
this have to do with complex movements? That's
What
why
this
we got
has to
here,
do-
and this is
Well,
why I'm not
recovery.
letting you off the
yeah,
hook.
how we
What
got
this
here.
has to
That's
do
why
with
we got
is
here.
injury.
No,
management.
Ron,
And what we're talking about is
recovery,
why
Ron.
people are getting hurt more.
We're talking
Look,
about
man,
recovery.
look, we're talking
And
about why
the
people are
rest
getting
of your
hurt more.
body.
There's a lot of reasons why people are getting hurt more. You could make an
so
argument
people
that
are
people
getting
are
hurt
not
more
as
because they
disciplined.
don't sleep well.
That's
I
possible.
sleep with
Ron.
that
I
Wi-Fi
think
on,
That's
Ron.
possible. That's possible.
They
interrupted
sleep-
sleep
they
is
sleep with
a
their Wi-Fi.
really good call. It's a good place to start. You could talk about increased movements. You can talk about more distance traveled every single game. I'll guarantee you right now, Grady Dick is running more miles per hour on a basketball court than his comparative shooting guard in
You
1990.
gotta do something. He ain't
Yeah, he
doing
probably
nothing. That's all
30
good.
times
Because he's
more
ass.
trash.
Right.
I don't.
So-
I don't know if I could.
there
I don't know if
ain't
I can
no-
subscribe to that.
Yo, there
I don't
is
know if I
no-
can subscribe to
sorry,
that.
sorry, Ron.
Trash
There
in
is
the
no,
That's why he
there
doing all
is
that
no
running.
guard
His
in
ass
the
looking for
70s.
shit to do.
There's no guard in the 80s. There's no guard in the 90s.
I
that has
disagree with
moved
that.
around the
I
court as
disagree
much
with
as
that.
Steph Curry. You don't even know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Steph.
all right. Well, you started
There's
saying with Grady.
Well,
You saying I disagree with Grady.
Grady moves about as much as Steph.
For what it's
He's
worth,
just way
John
worse.
Havlicek moved around a lot.
So
John-
if Grady
you know
played the
what, though?
average minutes of Steph, he would average the same amount of steps.
You need to look up distance traveled every single year, and you'll find the players like
Kuzma
Mikal
did a lot of
Bridges
traveling, I ain't gonna lie.
routinely lead the
So
lead
you
the
so
league.
you follow everybody's
Well, we
distance
don't have
travel.
those. We don't have those.
I don't
stats from
follow
the 70s,
everyone's
so
distance
we
traveled. I
can't
follow
compare.
some people's distance travels because once again, I approach this conversation with intellectual curiosity. Mikal Bridges and Scotty Barnes happened to be the league leaders in
Well,
a
me
distance
too.
traveled a couple of years ago, largely because they were very switchable defenders who will often be asked to go down, go to the corner, and then go switch out to
Well,
the top.
Mikal doesn't
That
miss
is
games.
hard to do.
Sure.
Mikal
Absolutely,
Bridges with
Ben.
the
And-
Phoenix Suns was crazy. Like
and
crazy.
I want to stay right there with you, Penn. So, Penn, what is natural movement on the floor in your estimation? What's natural movement?
Natural movement the way I play basketball, which is, shit is a little bit slow. If I go to a rec league, if I go to a men's league here, the way we're going to
Focus,
play
Ron.
basketball, is probably a little bit more normal. I don't have the complex movements. I don't have to beat my man off the dribble. Like my man is not Victor Wembanyama.
Right.
Not that I could beat Victor Wembanyama. I could pray on a
get it.
star. I ain't ever gonna beat him.
A guy that size. I gotta do
Exactly.
something
There's
different to
also
beat him, sure.
stoppages. There's places to hold the basketball. I'll guarantee you most men's league, there's a lot of stop, survey, dump it down to the post, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not Indiana Pacers offense where you don't react for 1 millisecond. Like what happened to RJ Barrett yesterday is he fell asleep for less than half a second. Jokic found the corner shooter, Christian Brown, switching over to the corner, rolling over to the corner. Like that shit is fast. The rapid response of movement required for modern athletes is insane. So I'm saying it's partially that. It's partially the game is way more physical than people are willing to give it credit for because there is physicality that's coming back into the NBA. Physicality goes in and out. Like people want to glorify the 90s, like, oh, everything was just clotheslines and clotheslines. No, it wasn't. It wasn't all that. Okay. Yes, there were some super hard fouls, right? But that's not like necessarily what even creates injuries. That's part of what creates injuries, but also part of what creates injuries is bad bend, bad training, overtraining, undertraining. putting on too much weight and
and
losing it too quick.
Stay right there, because with these things, because I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get on your page, Ben, because I'm trying to understand exactly where you're coming from when you're talking about injuries. So what are unnatural movements on the basketball floor in your estimation? What are things that can cause me to get hurt, like unnaturally?
It's a really good question. What is an unnatural movement? So what Shea does.
Does it sound like what you said with Jason Tatum when he
everything Shea does, everything Shea and Wemby do is pretty unnatural to me. For a normal person to do that, you would break your body in half. You don't have the flexibility to do that shit.
What did Shea do that's unnatural?
Yeah,
what does Wemby do that's unnatural?
That jerky shit. I know what Penn is talking about. That jerky shit that Penn is talking about with SGA. That like dudes don't, like everyday people don't do that. I'm following Penn in that area.
Like where his feet, like where your feet are, right? Like when Shea goes hard dribble to the left and he pull up, right? Where his feet are and where his shoulders are totally friggin' disconnected. It's crazy that he's on balance. He won't fall over because most people try that move. If Ron tried that move, you fall over.
I think you just
one dribble pull up. Dribble. So I can't do a one dribble pull up.
Apparently not.
You're being, because
I'm really not, Morris.
The way Shea moves isn't the same way Devin Booker moves. They both can get to a one dribble pull up. But Shea's flexibility and hip mobility and like his joints,
him stepping through,
like there's times where he'll push off and his shin is parallel to the floor. Like it's just, that's unnatural. Like Shea just has, and that's genetics. Shea is physically capable of doing things with his body and his dexterity that other humans physically aren't able to do.
Ron, we ain't all the same.
That's also training.
But we're talking about the top of the line athletes. These guys are capable of doing things that I wouldn't be able to do. Like he's physically capable of doing those things. I can't do it. I could try and replicate it. I would be in pain if I tried to put my legs in the positions that you pause.
But I think another basketball player wouldn't be in pain if they did it though.
But some people wouldn't. But some people would. Like I don't want to put anything on a player, but like if Grayson Allen tried to do what Shea does, I don't think it would work the same. Not about the effectiveness of being like Shea. I'm talking about just putting his body in those positions. I think you'd see a lot of falling over and a lot of pain.
I want to.
Twisted knees and all of that stuff.
We speculating a little bit.
I want to have a good.
I didn't want to put a player's name on it.
I genuinely want to ask Chill. How many players in the 80s do you genuinely believe could pull off a Euro step in a game?
Bro, they do Euro step at 5 years old. What are we doing?
No, hang on.
How many players do I think could pull off a Euro step? Let's see.
Every one of them.
Yeah, Magic was doing it. Magic actually.
Well, they was doing Euro steps in the 80s, 90s. They were doing it. He didn't call it.
I asked Chill for a reason.
Nah, Mars, you in this? Stay on that side.
You weren't born then. Can we please let Chill answer this?
80s and 90s, they was doing that.
You know what, bro? I give up.
Y'all
got it, man.
Right. Cool. When I first saw it, to your point, Penn. To your point, Magic was doing it. There's plenty of guys, athletic guys. Tim Hardaway could do it if he had seen that on the regular. I think that the majority of the guys in the NBA, especially perimeter guys, Scotty, these guys could do it. I saw
Dr. J do a Euro step and dunk that bitch. What are we talking about?
I don't think Euro step. Now, was it legal under the rules? That's a different conversation. But the physical capability to go 1, 2, yes, they can
answer your question. Ben,
I
think the majority of perimeter players,
step over
the majority of perimeter players in the 80s, if that was something that was going on back then, I think the majority of perimeter players could do it physically.
Cool. I don't think
players aren't getting injured from Euro steps. I'm sorry, Penn, they're not.
I don't think Charles Oakley's trainer was working on him with a Euro step. I don't think Horace Grant was doing that. I don't think Bill Laimbeer was doing that. I don't think
Giannis is doing it though.
That don't mean that they couldn't do it.
Giannis is doing it. I don't.
That don't mean that they couldn't do it.
You ever seen Dirk Nowitzki do a Euro step?
I'm more than certain I can find some tape of Dirk doing the Euro.
How often was it? Giannis does it like 17 times a game.
Because they didn't
play. That's not an elite movement.
That doesn't mean he's incapable.
Listen, man.
Penn, for an NBA athlete, for a professional athlete, that's not a complex movement.
Okay, Ron.
I'm telling you, that's not a complex movement.
You ever jaywalk across the freeway? You ever jaywalk across the freeway?
Don't incriminate yourself.
I've never done that before. No, Penn.
I jaywalked across a 8-lane freeway in Florida once. Is terrifying shit. I don't know why the hell I did it, but I did it. Right? I didn't die, Okay. I didn't die. I did it once. I didn't die, which is, congratulations to me. If I did it 17 times a day, though, I might die. My point is the frequency of which you are doing
a Euro
something.
step isn't a freeway. It's not like the risk and the level of danger. That's not a complex movement. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not. It's literally a sidestep. It's not a complex movement. As an athlete, if you can't Euro step, if you like in training,
Jordan, as a human being, if you can't, the movement to do it, forget the basketball component, like being able to do it with basketball, but the physical movement of take a step left and then move your body to the right. If you can't do that, you lack basic human function. That's not.
If you can't do that at an NBA game, at NBA
the game
speed,
don't matter.
Yes, it does, man. The NBA is
Jordan knows he played in college. Chill, you played in college. Ox, you played in college. And it's Mars, you played your sport at a high level. I won't tell everybody what your sport is. Mars was a protege in his sport. We would do plyometric training for an hour straight on the track where you're just jumping back and forth, doing this. If that's the case, you would get injured while training. You wouldn't even make it out there if your body couldn't do that. And the trainings are harder than the games. I'm telling you, that's not an elite movement. That's not an elite movement, Penn. I'm sorry, it's not.
You're conflating the argument from can versus did. That's my point.
But Penn, I see
think Euro steps are a bad example.
Every day, like regular everyday people, office workers that go to the gym
and do trash ass Euro
steps. That's this stuff is like it's not that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? It's really like we're humans. We're so capable of we're capable of so much as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do amazing things. Like it's really not that serious, bro. It's just
running out to the 3-point line, running out to the 3-point line, stopping on a dime, closing out, pushing 3-point shooters off the line 50 times a game, 100 times a game. That shit wasn't happening. You didn't have to cover that kind of distance, and that's what I'm trying to
agree.
That's more unnatural than a Euro, like being able to stop all your momentum. That's more
for sure. But once again, I want to put this out there to you guys. That's still not a complex and elite movement. It might be difficult to do it at a speed where you can cut off another elite athlete, but it's not a complex movement. When you play soccer, you are literally running around, cutting and pivoting the whole time. You stop on a dime, cut and pivot this way. You stop on a dime, cut and pivot this way. And then you got to kick the ball and then go this way. Like these soccer athletes, the biggest sport in the world, football athletes, do this for 90 minutes a game. I'm telling you, that's not hard to stop on a dime, chop your feet, and go this way. That's not a complex movement that's just that was just made up in 2018, and all of a sudden now people have to relearn how to calibrate their bodies.
Soccer is harder on the body than basketball.
Soccer
I'm not going to debate that. I don't want to debate that because I literally don't know.
It probably depends where you play. Like position.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's anywhere, Mars. Like it depends on.
I wasn't very good at soccer. I have no idea, but
I went to a soccer game. My first professional soccer game, and that shit was 3rd division. First of all, it was 30,000 people there, and I'm looking like ain't no way in hell I could just sit up there, run while somebody run on the side of you, kick the shit out of you, and then act like they kick the ball. You fall on the ground, get up and run again for 90 minutes, and sometimes it's 95 minutes if they keep adding time. I just learned the rules of soccer. I didn't know why they keep doing that with the time. I'm dead ass. I'm like, bro, why they keep doing that shit with the time?
Stoppage time is what it's called.
Yeah, like
somebody just brought it up in the chat. Tennis.
Yeah, tennis is crazy.
They running and cutting all day. Is that unnatural? No, I know they're training for that. I know they're training for that. But basketball players train for that too.
Volleyball.
That does have a lot of load on your joints and like your knees and stuff.
Golf. Boy, you know people.
But wait. No, Mars. Because we're talking. That's what I was saying to Ron earlier. Though.
It's about to hit that thing with your knee like that.
It's about the torque. The torque you're putting on your joints is a lot of strain. That's a lot of strain.
But that's why the game's not more physical. Like if you're taking physicality from bumping and pushing and grappling, the game's not more physical than it was in the 80s. But if you're talking about like the wear and tear on your body and your muscles and your joints, I think today's game is very obviously more draining physically.
Yeah.
So like it depends how you're defining physicality. Like you're not gonna get hit as much, but how often like you getting bumped when you're coming through the lane? Yeah, you might feel it. My rib. but you're not going to be out because of that. But if you're constantly cutting and changing direction and accelerating and stopping, and all of a sudden, okay, well now what, you got a sprained MCL. Like, so like it's going to be different. Like very rarely are you going to get contact injuries, but that doesn't mean that these movements are unnatural. I don't think a lot of these movements are unnatural. I just think that you're being made to do these things. The Euro steps are not those things, but a lot of the movements that you're being made to do, like when you're playing 65 games, 3 games in 4 nights or whatever, eventually it's going to take a toll on the human body. That's just natural. But I just don't think Euro steps and negative steps are the examples of that.
They need to start playing more people. They need to stop just playing 8-man rotations. Start playing 10-man rotations, brother. Start playing. Stop.
Well, I agree with that, but then you guys are also
ball.
Against load management, so it's like it's a bit weird.
I mean, not necessarily load management. I just don't think you're starting to play 40 minutes a game every game. Like, just play.
Minutes have gone down throughout the league. Minutes have gone down.
I think it needs to be a real, like, I think it is going to take a copycat league, and OKC is probably going to be that team. But you just need to play 8. You need to play 10 players in the regular season. Like, you just need to play a lot of players. Like, just playing them, because Luka Doncic look amazing, and obviously it's for entertainment purposes. Because people been asking me this a lot. What's the difference between EuroLeague and the NBA? And I always say this: the NBA is starting to move towards entertainment. Like some of the things and functions of the NBA.
Hasn't it always been that though, Drenchie? Like,
no, but it's really getting there now. Like it's really getting.
Jordan, it's been there. It's been there for the last 20 years. It's been there for the last 20 years.
I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm saying that it's at a high level now. Like the way the way they're doing it is at a high level. And in the EuroLeague, I'm going to do a breakdown on this too. It's going to come probably in the next couple of days. But in the EuroLeague, you can still use bigs. Like, you still find a way to get the ball. I don't give a shit if you Kareem them not. They find a way to get bigs the ball and score. In the NBA, not so much. You either a screener, you lob catcher, whatever. But the reason why is because of the ball sticking. And I understand strategy. Like, I'm not going to get up here and say I don't understand why Luka Doncic got the ball the whole game, because obviously he makes the best plays on the team. He does a lot for the team. He probably does it the best. Now, should he do it as much? I disagree. But that's the way that the game is going, because it creates highlights. And I'm not saying that that's the conspiracy around the NBA. I'm not saying Adam Silver called down to the league and said, hey, I need Luka Doncic to keep the ball 90% of the game. I don't think so. I just think people chase accolades. They chase stats. And they can win like that. So it's like, let's try it. But at the end of the day, if we playing 10 guys and the ball just hopping, moving around, you're going to get something good out of that. That's basketball. Ain't no way somebody can watch on defense and see an action over there, and then still be able to play defense. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I think the game just needs to change a little bit. We do need to get away from the just bands, because I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't think Wemby is lifting these hard-ass weights and shit like that.
How do you put on 20 pounds then?
I mean, that's fine. But I don't think he's lifting these hard-ass weights as much as far as, like,
he's
squatting and doing all of that. You know, the trenches work. I don't think he's doing it as much. And, first of all, he's unnormal. He's 7'5". Like, that shit is unnormal. But,
how many 7'5" humans are there on the planet?
Yeah, not very many. But I just feel like we just gotta be able to, like, change something up with this basketball shit. And it starts with this isolation basketball. Like, I just think we need to just cut it back just a little bit. Just cut it down. Use more players on your team. Exercise y'all minutes. Stop letting Luka Doncic play that many minutes every damn game. Like, that's just not. They don't do that.
Do hockey players get hurt a lot?
Yeah. Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd assume it wouldn't be a lot of, like, torn Achilles and stuff.
It's not. It's not to the severity of what it is.
A lot of equipment
in the NFL, but you know, I mean, you see a lot of guys getting banged up when they get cross-checked, right? When you see guys, you know, losing teeth and things like that, they get the teeth knocked out, concussions. Like you see stuff like that, but I don't think that the guidelines are what they are like in the NFL, because
I'd choose bumps and bruises over muscle injuries any day of the week.
Yeah, me too. I'd much rather deal with the getting hit than tearing ligaments and stuff.
Man, that was the most physical part of the game, those bruises.
I think hockey's the hardest sport, honestly.
Why y'all keep talking to me? Like, I just seen this in the chat. Like, why y'all keep talking like Wemby just put on 20 pounds like in a month? Just so you know, the last time we saw Wemby before opening night or before training camp started was in April. That was 6 months ago. So you can put on 20 pounds in 6 months. That can happen.
Trust me, you
yeah.
can.
I mean,
I would know.
yeah.
It's not like
Yeah. All right, y'all. There's a lot of super chats. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the super chats. Salute to everybody that is watching on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. Get over here to YouTube, subscribe, and become a member as well. And be a Hall of Famer. Like Brett Bovia, R. Wade, Football Breakdown. Shout out my man Skeet Nielsen. Small Boxes, Kingster. Shout out Teddy Hart. Shout out Vale. Just linked up with him in Brooklyn. Shout out Rob Deere. Shout out Bulletproof. Shout out Cheese, the membership MVP. Shout out Joe Breezy, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kenny. We will be on playback for Throwback Thursday on Thursday. And the Hall of Famers are going to select the game that we're going to watch this week. So I can't wait for the Hall of Famers to do what they do best and give us a good-ass game to go back into the archives and watch on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, fellas, we got a couple comments, so let's see what's going on. Hakeem Delph said, Dwayne Wade had the best farewell tour, traded jerseys with one player on each team, big impact.
And he said it before the season started. Like, it wasn't like, he said it throughout the course of the season that he was out. No, he said, yo, come with me on this last trip. And this was in year what? He showed up in 2003. This was in year what? 17, 18, something like that. I think that was the year he did it. So, yeah.
Trevi sent through a super chat and said, as somebody who has torn his ACL and then meniscus tear twice from football and weight training, luck is a huge factor that's always overlooked.
Good point.
It's the biggest factor, in my opinion.
I always thought that, like, that's unfortunately, it's unfortunate that I'm built that way. Is that what I'm understanding from you dudes? Like, it's unfortunate because I know all basketball players, Ron, we ain't put together the same way. But it's unfortunate that my knees aren't like yours. My foot isn't like yours. Like, it breaks quicker than yours does. My ligaments tear quicker than yours. Like, I'm unlucky with that.
That's just a lot of genetics, though, Joe. That's a lot of genetics. That's genetics, and that's also like when we talk about a player's gait, right? Like how they move, the flexibility. Typically, more flexible is better. So, if you have a player who's very like rigid in their movements and there isn't a great deal of fluidity, it's probably a player who's going to get hurt.
Fair enough. Yep. Fair enough.
I just want to let y'all know this is a hell of a phone, by the way.
We're getting an iPhone ad? What are you doing?
Yeah, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
L iPhone.
Speak for yourself.
We got to be very clear with that because some people will report us for like advertising without announcing it. So,
speak for yourself.
Yeah, I just thought the point that I was making when I said that was it's kind of to be unfortunate in the genetic lottery. It's real fucking foul. It just is.
Well, I mean, we're talking about some of the most blessed genetic people on the planet. If you're 6'7" and you can walk and you can run and you're fluid, you're very blessed. Very, very blessed because you are a very rare 6'7". I tell people this all the time. I got a lot of friends who are 6'6", 6'7" who can barely walk without pain. Right? It's very rare to be like that tall, north of 6'6", and be like a functional mover. To be able to play sports, to be able to play rugby, tennis, football, this shit is hard. There's a reason why other sports don't have super tall players. A lot of, you see occasionally, you see a soccer player who's like 6'5", 6'6", whatever, but you very rarely see it across other sports.
I think basketball players are the best athletes in the world.
Ron, did you just put that jersey on?
I agree.
No.
You going to the game?
Nah, it's not here. It's in
Detroit.
Yeah, but it might as well be a home game the way we finna do them. But Trayvon Ray said, complex does not mean difficult. A rolling wheel is considered complex movement. It just means more than one thing is going on.
Trayvon, are you on?
That might be the literal definition, but when people say complex movement, we are talking about, oh, look, I lift my right arm and my left arm's down here, complex. Like, no one's doing that. Like, obviously, we're talking about like degree of difficulty. Well, I'd like to
And
know
on-
what's my degree of difficulty.
And on top of
Two
that,
things
you've
reason I want.
you've seen wheels before, so they might not be complex to you. But when the wheel first came out, that was an invention. Like, what the hell?
I
It
think
was
there's
huge.
like a basis of like what is a human being functionally designed to do. Like we're designed to walk, we're designed to run. There's like
Yes.
elements of changing directions. Are we designed to do it as rapidly? Where did you come up with that? What
No, we
at
are the
what
greatest endurance creatures on the planet.
we
Is that a
are?
fact,
you said?
Mars? Is that a fact, Mars?
Of
Huge.
mammals, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Okay,
The greatest
but
endurance.
that's
They
what I'm
run for
saying.
longer
Like,
than
like
any other mammal.
is the game outpacing human evolution? Is kind of the question that I'm asking, right?
I
Like
think
at
it's
what
pushing the human
point,
body to its limits.
right? And we're finding that limit with all these injuries. But what I'm saying is, if you take like 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, who is designed to move like this? Who's supposed to be moving like this? What job in the world could a human being have possibly been designed for that requires you to
Survival.
jump 40 inches in the air,
Survival? What you
whack a
mean?
basketball out of the air, sprint down the other court, change ends midway, change directions 6 times, run a guy off the line, come back, recover, and then do it all over again in the span of 24
Harder.
seconds.
I think
hard.
hunting woolly mammoths with spears. Is
Yeah,
harder than
I think them having to run tirelessly after
Okay.
creatures and then having to climb and
Harder.
forage and survive the
And
elements.
run away from creatures.
Yeah,
By the
like,
way,
think
Mars,
when they
Ron,
was
don't leave
going
that
I think
one out.
I think survival probably.
Don't leave that
probably
out, Ron.
necessitated.
Please don't leave
All
that
we
out.
got is opposable thumbs. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
Because remember, Ron, I don't have to be faster than the bear. I just got to be faster than you. That's it.
hey Ron,
Yeah.
help the bear.
Yeah.
Sparta.
I
I just know what they was doing in Rome, fighting with them little shields and crap like that. I would have been in the house. I don't know why would they be outside doing that. That
I
to
don't
me
got to
don't
run
make no
faster
sense.
than the tiger, Mars.
Yeah,
I
and
just
then they
gotta run
come run
faster
up
than
in
you.
your house. Yeah,
That's cool. I would be in somebody else's house after that point. I'm house to house. I'm learning how to. I'm doing my stealth. I'm going house to house. I don't want to play that type of game. I'm the type. If I lived in that time and I went outside and I seen them playing that, I don't want to play that. I'm going back in the house.
They just gonna take over the village. I don't know what to tell you.
I'll be on my stealth movement. I'll be hiding under them long little towels and all that. Well, I'll be hiding. Man, you crazy.
You
as
got
hell.
all the answers, of course. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
fun with it. You gonna survive about 3 months?
Hey, shit, I might survive 30 minutes going out there with them big old knives and that they hitting people right in the chest. Talking about, oh, Sparta. I don't know who Sparta is. Shit, I'm going in out. It's hot as a motherfucker outside. You think you crazy as hell. You think I'm out there. I don't want to play that game. I don't understand why people want to play that. Like, you know, they used to have
I don't think they wanted to. I
growing
don't
up.
think they had much of a choice.
Yeah, Jordan, I don't know if that was a game. I think that was life.
You were playing that game, whether you like to.
Hey, you know how they used to have slap boxing growing up? I ain't never been the type to slap box. Don't slap me. I'm not slapping no more. I don't want to play that type of game. You know how people play that? Rub your head before you sit down. What that game was called?
That's the problem. Jordan thought he had free will back in these times.
Shit, I would have figured something out. Don't slap me. I'm gonna just let you know. I used to tell
I'm
people all the
interested in
time.
that super
They
chat.
be like, you ain't rub your head, nigga. Don't slap me. I don't play that game.
This super chat that you just put up there, Ron. I'm interested in that. Yes.
Hunter wants to play a different game. He wants to play Christian Brown clearing Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. Hashtag my white boy.
He know better than Brandon Ingram.
I don't know. I didn't know Christian Brown played basketball. That was Zach LaVine. Looked like Zach LaVine to me, bro. Hitting
Can we
shots
have
for
a
Zach
Christian
LaVine.
Penn, can we have a Christian Brown, Scotty Barnes conversation?
You can have that
Not with
conversation
Ben.
all by yourself, Showtown.
I was just wondering.
But shout outs to Christian Brown, man. He's a really, really good player. He's turned into.
If Christian Brown was on Toronto, is Grady Dick getting any run?
Oh my God.
Hell no. Grady Dick. I'm gonna be real. Grady Dick is garbage. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Grady Dick is trash. Like, he's just gonna be one of them guys. Like,
generous.
What's that? Sam Decker, one of them type of goddamn players. Like, you in the
Don't
goddamn.
Oh yeah, that's one of the 6'9" white guys. So you know what's gonna come to his defense.
Yeah, no, man. Grady
Shout out
Dick
to
is
London
garbage.
Lions,
bro. I didn't think
That's
Grady
funny.
Dick was that damn good at Kansas though. I just didn't think he was that good.
He's
thought
Gatorade
Grady Dick was
National
cool.
Player of the Year,
I
dude.
wanted the Magic. to
Yeah,
take
so many
Grady
other
Dick
players
out of the
Gatorade
game.
National Player of the Year. That shit don't mean nothing when you get to college. or
Literally
NBA.
once a year, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Bro, they got 50 states. Pen.
No,
It's
he was
50
Gatorade
of 'em.
National Player of the Year, not for his state. He was the National Gatorade Player of the Year.
What does
You
that have to
understand?
do
Like
with Grady
one
Dick being
country
trash now?
united under God, that country, yeah, they announced
he
him
hasn't made a
the
seamless
Gatorade
transition
National
to
Player of the Year.
the
I didn't say
state.
he was Mr. Basketball in Ohio. I said he was
Okay.
the Gatorade National Player of the
What
Year.
does that
So
have
was
to
RJ
do
Barrett.
with? What does
I'm
that
trying
have
to tell
to
you
do?
he's nice like that, man, and he's 21 years old. Like, chill.
Bro, you can be garbage at 21, just like you can
Sure
be
you
garbage at
can.
35. You can be
He was
trash.
trash yesterday, I'll tell you that. Couldn't guard a soul, couldn't make a shot, couldn't read the court.
He was
He
trash
was horrible.
last year. He was trash last year, wasn't he?
No, he was not trash last year. To start the season, he was amazing.
You said last year
Okay,
he was
at the end of the season, how did
At
you
the
come
end of
away
the
from his
season, he got injured. So
No, but
midway
how did
through
you
the
come
season,
away
he was
from
trash.
looking at his season, the full season in totality?
Yeah.
You looked at Grady Dick's year 2. What was
Average.
your thoughts on it?
Solid C minus.
Average for Grady Dick or
minus.
average for the NBA?
C minus. I mean, look, man, he started the season out. I think he was leading his entire
He
draft.
was C
class
minus
in
on
scoring.
the F.
Do you think do you think he's a C minus NBA player? You think he's a slightly below average NBA player?
Bro, I was on record. I didn't want him. He was 20th on my draft board. Okay. But you know what? I'm owning up to the fact that maybe I got a Caitlin Clark Grady Dick bias. Okay. So I'm just like looking at this and I'm like, maybe I just don't see
Big
it.
bias,
I wanted Jordan Hawkins. Okay. I wanted Jordan Hawkins. I'm gonna be real with you. I wanted Jordan.
Jordan Hawkins is definitely worse.
I'm trying
than
to
Grady
focus,
Dick, I'll
Drench.
say that.
So
I'm trying to
you know
focus.
what? Like there ain't a lot of players who definitively better. But in that draft class, I really like Bilal Coulibaly. He not looking that great either. I liked Kobe Buffkin, and he just got
Yeah, but you
salary
didn't
dumped
answer
to
the
Nets.
question though, Penn. Where
What
do
is
you
the question?
think Grady Dick was at the end of his season?
Last year, C minus. I did answer the question.
So
So
you think
he's
he's
a
below
slightly,
average?
so he's a
NBA player?
slightly below average.
I
NBA
prefer
player.
Jacoby Walter. If we're putting it,
So
if
that
we're
means
keeping-
he's trash. That's basically what you're saying. He's trash.
he's also 21, Jordan. I don't write players
Below
off at
average
21.
NBA player.
Dude,
You're
I don't
writing
write
Jalen
players
Green
off
for
at
a minute,
21.
but,
I don't write players off at 21. I don't have any high hopes for him at this point. I got much higher hopes for Carter Bryant. I got much higher hopes for Dylan Harper. I got much higher hopes for a lot of young players in the league. This is not one of my 10, 20, 30 favorite young
Hold on,
players.
hold
in the
on, Penn. Because
Mhm.
this is the contradiction a little bit. Because I saw last night. What did you say about Jacoby Walter? He should be what?
Playing over Grady Dick
Okay. Why?
because I like him more.
And because Grady Dick is what?
A bad defender.
And what else?
wants you to say trash. He wants you to say
Oh, you trying to get me to say because he's trash?
Yeah. Who did you say should be third string last night?
Third string. No,
Yeah.
I said Jacoby should not be third string.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
who
said.
should be third string?
Honestly, given his contract situation, probably Ochai. But Ochai better than Grady too. So
So who should be third string now?
Grady. Grady
So
should
he's
probably be third
trash.
string.
So
He's
he's
not
trash.
trash. He happens to play on a
How
team
are you third
with no
string if
guards,
Toronto
no
Raptors who were
centers, and
trash
all
last year,
wings.
and then he not
Yo,
trash.
man, we got a team that's pretty remarkably deep for a team that's not that great. Like,
That mean you trash. Whoa, you cannot be deep on a team that's not good. That's called trash. Like that means
if
talk
you got
a
eight,
lot
if you
about
got
the
eight
Raptors,
centers,
man.
if
Yeah,
you got,
yo, fellas, I'm about to grab the reins before we get into the Raptors depth chart
Grady
because
Dick and his
it is
I
some
agree
other
with you.
rosters I would
Ditch,
much
Ron.
rather break down.
We were going in the ditch. Ron. We had the wheel.
Respectfully, Pin.
oh, for sure.
But I do want to read this next super chat. It's from the Trib one. The Trib one said, so the game is more physically taxing than it has ever been. It's not about bumps and bruises. It's about knee bends and short bursts, in my opinion.
It just depends how you define physically taxing, in my opinion.
Yep. It's different. It's just different all the way around.
I know I'd rather have the bumps and bruises than
Me
that's
too.
my preference.
Me too.
Bumps and bruises take days to heal. Broken bones and torn ligaments take months to heal.
That's a fact. Really,
I'd rather break a bone than tear a
Both of
ligament.
them suck, bro. Like having a bruise, like I don't know if you ever had like a tailbone bruise, but that shit is so fucking painful. Like, bro, you
Broken
fall
bones suck too, though, man.
or your
So-
elbow. Like I used to
Oh,
get
for
these
sure.
comments
No,
with them
I know.
elbow
I
joints.
know,
Oh
I
my
know.
god, bro, that joint hurts so bad. Like you fall on your elbow and that joint swell up like that, where you don't even see your elbow bone, bro. Or you get bumped in your ribs, or you get bumped in your back, like somebody hit you in the back. Oh man, that shit is just bad. Like both of them suck. I'm gonna tell you the truth, both of them suck. But
Man, Nothing worse
Nothing
than
look-
ligaments, though. Nothing worse
Yeah,
than
yeah,
ligaments.
nothing worse than ligaments, for sure. I never had a torn ligament. The worst I probably had is plantar fasciitis, and I broke my ankle, but I never really had like a torn ligament for sure. Oh, did they ever figure out what was wrong with Kelsey Mitchell? I was
Yeah,
waiting.
it was. I forget what it's called, but it's basically, it's basically like a severe type cramp. You know what I'm saying? Like she had cramped up. She said the next day she was up and walking around. She was.
Oh, that's so trash because she
Are you
would
gonna
have.
ask all like one player?
I
that
forget
we
the
think
medical
could get traded?
terminology for it, but it was pretty serious though. It was
probably not
serious
today.
at the time.
Okay.
We
Damn, that's
got
crazy.
too sidetracked on other conversations about other players that we talked
Yeah,
about. every
yeah.
episode.
Was Ardo just said it in the chat?
How you say that, Mars?
Rhabdomyolysis.
Fake ass English guy.
Rhabdomyolysis. I'd assume rhabdomyolysis.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't what it is. It was Ardo just
Rhabdo for
making
sure.
shit up.
I've heard the term rhabdo, so I'd say rhabdo.
Rhabdomyolysis. That sounds about right to me.
Rhabdomyolysis.
All right, the next super chat is from Kyle G. Kyle said Eric Gordon was eating good.
Oh, when he was with the Pelicans for sure. See, he fat now though. Food must be good in Philly.
Wasn't he with Houston too?
Nah, he was hooping like a motherfucker in Houston.
600. He runs 600 a year, right?
So you saying Houston
Yeah.
food sucks?
He averaged 18 damn near like 2 years with the Rockets. I mean, shit, he was in Houston, but shit, he probably was running around them clubs chasing the women. You lose weight like that. That's why James Harden used to play his way into shape.
Maybe he found a live-in chef.
Yeah, it's possible. Houston got a few of them. Houston got some good spots. I mean,
I don't doubt that.
I mean, shit, I'm 230. I need to find me a goddamn chef. Shit.
Cool Joe sent through a super chat and said maybe Penn is saying players have accessed move sets through social media now and is trying to mimic players' moves without the physical tools causes injuries.
Cool Joe, you got to redo that one.
That's not what I'd heard. That's not what.
So basically, they're trying to mimic pros.
If your point
so they
is
can't do that.
the and one mixtape is just now way more accessible, I don't think that's really what I'm saying. But I get what you're saying. You know, trying to copy Kyrie's moves. I think more players are invested in that today than they were when I was coming up.
I remember.
But we all tried the and one mixtape shit.
When I saw Allen Iverson with that left to right crossover, I was like, that shit is dangerous. You could get hurt.
He broke it down too. Like he talked about like how you shift the defender.
I said, get in front of that thing and you'll find
Defenders could get hurt.
Oh, defender!
Yeah,
I'm about to say.
Yeah, you can get
That's
hurt.
my favorite crossover, boy. That's the only thing I got. Mars said I
I
can't
remember
go right
seeing that shit.
until I
Like,
hit him with
oh
that.
my goodness, boy, you get hurt.
Until I hit him with that, it's over with.
You better be
Ooh,
careful.
and then you
in
gonna go
front of
back
that
left.
thing.
You think you slip?
You
That
can
Euro
get
stuff, that's
hurt
difficult.
doing that.
No, because people when I do that, people think I'm a shooter with my right hand. I'm like, why would I let you just block it? He didn't finish with the left.
That's the reason. Okay.
All right, 1K David said, stop bringing up that weak ass men's league. We talking about the NBA.
I do get Ron's
what-
point of basketball is basketball, though. I do get that.
It is.
That's a
I ain't gonna
tautology.
argue that.
It doesn't mean anything.
It means basketball. Is basketball.
Hey, Ron,
saying,
put
empty words?
A Blair chat up there.
A hood is a hood. Glasses are glasses. Water
There you
is
go.
water. Ooh, I cooked. Come on, man.
Ron, put A
No,
Blair.
no, cooking. It's about.
I don't-
It's right. Water is.
But
water.
Everything's about cooking right now.
on some, but Penn, on some level, I mean, it does come back to basketball. It being basketball. Now, don't get me
The
wrong. Now,
game is not the same. It's
but
changed.
not all.
The
I'm not
three-
saying that not all basketball.
It
is
changing
not
doesn't
all
change that. It's
Okay,
still
chill.
basketball.
I think if chill.
Hey, big
Here-
fella rude. That's
If we made basketball 6-on-6, would it still be basketball?
Yes.
No.
nah,
No,
it should
it's
be
not.
3-on-3
red ball.
basketball.
If we
That should be red ball. Y'all
push the
tripping.
One on
rim,
one is basketball.
Wait, hang on.
Yes.
If we
One-on-one is not the
if we
same as
extended the
5-on-5.
court,
I never
Chill.
said it's the same. I said it's still basketball.
for
That's
fuck's
what I said.
sake.
It's basketball.
If we extended the court, instead of 94 feet, we made it 112 feet. Is it still basketball?
No, y'all. Then you're gonna see more injuries.
If we raise the rim by
But
another,
Penn, they
by
didn't
6
do
inches,
that. They did
Well,
not
it's
do
totally
that.
basketball.
There are no new rule changes that they did to alter the 5-on-5 NBA game. You
Do
still
me a
got
favor.
6 fouls.
Do me
It's
a
still
favor, when you got
48
some
minutes.
time,
You still
Google
have to go to the
relativity.
scores table before you sub in. You still get the same amount of timeouts. The only thing they did is you can review plays now.
You're right.
It's basketball.
You're right, Ron. The players today, they're not doing anything different than when you were doing
No,
back in the day.
that's not that.
Perfect.
I don't think that's what he's saying. But Mars is saying that in okay, all right,
it's not the same sport. What we're doing on the court is not the same. The way the players occupy is not the same. The player type is not the same. What the hell are we talking about? If the player,
Mars is a very logical thinker. In the end, it
allegedly
still is this. The
I
idea is the idea to Mars's point. If we put six guys on the floor, the idea is what? To still put the ball in the basket. The idea we can still dribble, we can still pass to each other, we can still cut, we can still run.
Then 3-on-3 is 5-on-5.
3-on-3 is still basketball. When they play 3-on-3 at the Olympics, they're playing basketball. If you play 1-on-1 on the next chapter, you're playing basketball. If you play 5-on-5, you're playing basketball. If you play 3-on-3 half court, you're playing basketball. If you play 3-on-3 full court, you're playing basketball. Ball, hoop, team or no team, you're playing basketball. That's all Ron said. Basketball is basketball. Does the game change? Yes. Is the game different from 1980 to today? Yes. It was still basketball back in 1980.
Oversimplifying something. You're oversimplifying.
And that's the part where I'm at.
No. You're
overcomplicating.
No, I'm not.
You are literally overcomplicating.
You don't want to understand what I'm talking about, so you want to say I'm overcomplicating.
Curiosity, Ron.
Yes,
I gotta bring intellectual over curiosity.
Pen can dismiss everything that you're saying, but you gotta be intellectually curious, Ron. Pen can dismiss everything you say.
I'm not hang on. I'm not dismissing anything that anyone is saying. I've listened to every single point y'all making. You're not like if
Ron
allegedly
and he disagreed. So
if you,
both of you being
I'm sorry. If you go and look at any game in the 90s, any game in the early 2000s, there is way more of a concentration in the paint. There's less off-ball movement. The minute you change that, the minute you start extending out the defense to, I don't know, you start putting players at 32 feet, 31 feet consistently. Now, every single team got a long-range shooter who can pull from 28 feet. That's space you got to guard, man. That's real estate you got to guard.
Watch a game of what in the 90s,
man?
Basketball. What in the 90s?
Okay. Oh, you're doing this shit. Like, look, man. Like Mars. At some point,
you can move on. Like,
Mars. You may know hoop, but you don't know a good faith argument if it hits you in the face. You gotta have this. We gotta have this argument from a good faith. Because why else are people listening to us, man?
I'm saying basketball is basketball, and you're agreeing, but then saying it's more complex.
Basketball is basketball. Is a reductive statement that doesn't mean anything. I'm trying to tell you, it's a tautology. A tautology doesn't mean anything. A glass of water is a glass of water. I'm not Shakespeare because I say this fucking glass of water is a glass of water. I'm just an idiot. Okay. What I'm trying to tell you.
It's a glass of water. You're an idiot.
You're not saying anything. You're not.
I mean, that's technically not a gas.
So what are you so passionately arguing against nothing then? If
I'm not
basketball, and you can acknowledge it's basketball, but it means nothing for it to be basketball. Why are you still arguing about it? If it's just
the conversation and the context is why are players getting more injured? I'm saying the game has changed. You're saying basketball is basketball. You're not on the right side of this.
No, I literally said the game has changed. I said the game has changed.
Yes.
It's still basketball. That's what I said.
So are you so desperate?
I said that these complex movements are all that new and complex.
To this tautology, it doesn't mean anything.
Ron, you have the power.
You
have the power, Ron.
I got the power.
Ron, you have the power, bro.
So answer this question.
I got the power.
Hey, I just want to let you know it seemed like I ain't seen you in forever. I went to New York.
To your point,
go ahead, Chill. Go ahead, Chill.
To your point, if it's still basketball, Mars, what exactly is basketball?
You have a ball. Bounce the ball.
There's
a hoop. Goal.
Drench, I'm gonna see you soon, brother.
There's a backboard that supports that.
Absolutely.
And the goal is you against an opponent. Try and put the ball in the goal and stop the opponent from putting the ball in the goal.
Sure.
Basketball.
That's the game.
That's basketball.
Got you.
In the most simplest terms, that's basketball.
And if it's one of us, if it's just you and me on the court, that's still the idea.
Yeah, you are playing basketball. If it's one-on-one, you are playing basketball.
If it's four of us on the court, that's still the idea.
You're playing basketball.
Now,
7-on-7 football, NFL. It's still football. The same way. What is the NFL? Is it 11-on-11?
Touch football.
That same way. That's still football.
Football.
Well, according to Steve Nash, what Trae Young was doing was not basketball. So,
same way if you're playing my football, soccer, whatever. If you're playing one-on-one, They're trying to stop you from scoring. You're trying to score. You're playing football. The same if you're playing 11 on 11 teams. That's still football. Same way you're playing five aside. That's football. Yes. It's
Mars, is there a part of this episode where I said basketball is not basketball? Where
No,
you're
that's
just
not
saying
why
like
you're
basketball
arguing.
is basketball?
No,
I'm
that's
saying
not
the
why
game
you're
has
arguing.
changed, and you're saying basketball is still basketball. Like
Well,
we're
no,
not
'cause
arguing the same point.
I said the game has changed. I said that.
Ron, I think people forget you had dreads. You know, sometimes you buy the fitted caps when you got dreads. You don't want to lose them. So when you cut your dreads off, you know.
I wasn't arguing against the game changing.
saying I got a little space in here?
I think a good litmus test for this, and honestly, like to summarize this entire conversation, a really good litmus test of this would be, would the best defenders in the early 2000s still be great defenders today? Would the best offensive players, and I think this is a conversation we pretty much have all year long, 10 times a week, right?
Now, I think
A guy like Bruce Brown, Bruce Bowen in the 2000s, I think what he does is very different than what Alex Caruso does. They may both be dominant defenders, but the capability of one, the strength, the switchability, all of it, I think Alex Caruso is on a completely different level, right? There are certain defenders where I think, okay, they could probably survive. Like a Scottie Pippen, I think he would evolve. He would probably mold. He had the athletic ability. But a Bruce Bowen, I don't think Bruce Bowen could be like a dominant defender in today's
Why
NBA.
wouldn't Bruce Bowen? Why is Jaden McDaniels being able to survive, but Bruce Bowen can't? What does Jaden McDaniels do that Bruce Bowen can't do in today's game?
Well, for starters, Jaden McDaniels is 6'9", 6'10".
Bruce Bowen is 6'8".
So
okay,
like,
Bruce Bowen
he's
is
not
6'8".
6'8". He's
Bruce Bowen like
6. He's
6'7",
like
yeah.
closer to 6'5", 6'6", but whatever.
No, that's not.
Bruce Bowen like a legit
He's 6'6". He's 6'6". He's not the burstiest athlete. He's not the longest athlete. He was just a very physical guy. He was a very physical guy, and you know he moved his feet relatively well. He moved his feet relatively well in the space that he was guarding. What is that space, Chill? It's not 35 feet from the basket. If I got
guarding Kobe Bryant 35
feet
feet from the basket,
You know
he
what?
absolutely was.
Oh,
He
Lord.
100% was. Hey, Chill. I used to watch cats at
The
Georgetown
problem
pick up at
isn't-
the watch. I used to watch
ain't
college
basketball.
players
The
at
problem is
Georgetown.
physics and
I
math.
used to watch
That's the
players
problem.
at Georgetown guard people 94 feet. That means when you're passing the ball in, if you are the inbounder, I'm in your grill guarding you. If you run this way, I slide this way. If you run that way, I slide this way. If you run to me, I backpedal. If you back up, I run towards you. Players used to guard full court. All right, this is nothing new. Nothing new. They did that at the NBA level. They probably picked up full court at the NBA level in the past more than they do today. They did that in high school. They did that in college. They did that in NBA. Everybody moved their feet. It was the same movements. It's nothing
Not
different.
to mention, with all the switching going on in today's league, Bruce Bowen would have probably less taxing stuff to do on defense because people would just try to get him off of them.
Only thing I want to say about that, Ron, is what you backpedaling for? Real dogs don't back up on defense. Where you going? You coming me?
Very true. Very
You right
true.
here, forehead and chest. Where you going?
Also, too, to everybody in the chat,
I had played against Ox when I was a kid because I swear, Ox,
I'll
I'm going
take
to
the
my
ball
big
from
man.
you, Chill.
I'm going to my big man every trip and he busting your ass and I'm letting you know about it. Go to him again. Don't let him off the hook. Go to him again. Absolutely. What's that, foul number 3 on him? Yo, we getting the big fella involved. Go to him again.
You gonna foul out?
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm getting.
I seen
I
Ox tape. Ox was a coast to coast type of guy. Ox get that rebound. He look for a guard. You ain't there in half a second. He on up the floor with that joint. Hey,
But
so
I'm
you know
taking-
what I'm
but
telling
I'm
my
take-
team to
I
do.
would take the ball from you.
You know what I'm telling my team to do on Ox? Sprint back, take a charge. Old fashioned. Get him out of there.
Yeah, because I couldn't do the complex movements like
He
a
can
Euro.
do that Euro
step.
step.
Yeah, he couldn't do that.
that
He couldn't
Euro
do those
step.
complex movements.
Sprint back to the paint, take a charge. The old fashioned. Get him.
Hey,
Look,
look,
you make
only-
eye
only-
contact
hey,
with him
Jordan,
like you tough. Ox gonna try to boom on you. Take a charge. I got him every time.
Hey, Jordan, the only thing you can tell your team to do is pray.
That's hey.
As you
Sometimes,
saying, Ron.
sometimes I do that too, though. Sometimes I just let my team know, like, hey, that's a guy down there. Hey, so we got to keep the ball away from him. He a guy, so we need to take our time on offense. We don't want him to get too many shots. We can't do nothing with him. Bottom line.
Should it be
Yeah,
like that?
sometimes
I
it's
done-
like
I done
that.
seen- I done
Yeah,
seen
some
many
guys just- they go
hoopers.
it.
It's just like ain't nothing we could do, bro. Just
I didn't
hang on
coach a
tight.
team full of all races, but mainly Asians. And sometimes
He said all racists. I was so
That's what I thought he said too. I was like,
All
what?
races is crazy. I ain't
Oh,
coach that team. What team I coach? Goddamn Dr. Umar team. But I say I coached a team with all races. I mean, like I had majority Asians on the team though. Before the game, I was not interested when I tell the kids, "Hey, let's just go out there and have fun." give me we about to get the shit me out. Let's just go out there and have fun. Hey, that's what we can do. But then sometimes I go out there and tell them, man, don't let them punk you. Most of the time, if I say don't let them punk you, that means we're gonna lose, but just put up a fight. So then when we get to high school, I don't believe basketball got an age now. Now I don't got no age. I don't believe in all that. We come to play just like you come to play. So
All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook. We got 3 likes and 2 loves on Facebook. The 1 like is from Jorge Rafael Ramos, the Facebook MVP. And then Marabe Iyamba. Hope I said your name right. Shout out Marabe. Flexus Pete also tapping back in. Ahmad Farwaz also tapped in. And then Vet T as well. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Y'all goated. Trevi sent through a super chat and said, is there actual evidence players get injured more now versus older players simply playing through injuries more? Latter seems to be the case for me more than the former.
I will say back then they played through they played hurt. If you were injured, you sat out. Now they don't play when they hurt. They just sit out. So
today's generation soft.
Would you say, Morris?
Unless it's the playoffs, people who play hurt in the
playoffs.
But it's more just prevention and mitigation. You don't want to exacerbate things. So it's just about being cautious. Maybe that's sports science. I don't know. I guess my argument would be the reason why we're seeing guys play into year 23, year 20, year whatever.
Yeah.
Now more so than back then is because they took less risks when they were hurt. Now you got guys like Kevin McHale playing with a broken foot in the playoffs.
Isaiah Thomas.
Not the best idea. It's probably not the best idea, and it can really shorten your shelf life as an NBA player. So
I seen Steve McNair play in a college
things.
football game with a broken foot. Looked like his foot was they was carrying up and down the court.
Yeah, maybe guys back then will average 79 games a year or 80 games, but they were only playing 11 years, as opposed to guys averaging 68 games now, but they're playing 18 years. So
I think everybody would rather the second one too, Mars. The players, the coaches, the families.
Especially with the money in the league today, you get 18 years worth of contracts.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why they sit out, because that money.
I mean, for sure. I mean, that's also just logic.
Yeah, you gonna sit out when you got a $7.5 million check coming every 1st and 15th. I don't mind sitting out. Shit, I got 7.5. I'm getting paid regardless. That's how they see it. Like, you get paid regardless.
Yeah,
so. But when you got
Black Moon
$500,000 for the year, shit, you got to get to that next one.
Black Moon Swordsman said, reminder, Chilltown destroyed Kareem in 1v1, arm wrestled a T-Rex, and stopped the Dust Bowl.
No, I didn't do any of those things.
None of them?
None of them. I didn't do any of those things. No.
Sure.
I did play against
I was
Kareem
almost positive
Abdul-Jabbar.
you stopped that Dust Bowl. Yeah.
I did play against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar though. His
Damn.
son.
Where you played against Kareem at?
His son
in Hawaii. He was on Valparaiso. We played them in the Big Island tournament.
His son was trash.
I mean, you have a different level of you got a different idea of trash.
If he was trash, say he was trash. That's all you gotta do. If he was trash, say he was trash.
I do want to say though, that Dust Bowl, that ain't nothing to play about. It's not nothing to joke about.
Unlimited Z said Ryan Rollins is moving me. Preseason, obviously, but Kuzma still can't hit layups against preseason. Or again preseason, but damn.
Hey, shout out a mid-range jumper, by the way.
Shout out Equity.
I ain't even talking about the mid-range. You know what I'm not liking? Because I came up here and I advocated for this dude. I don't like this dude in the offense just run into the corner. You know what that tells me? That's giving me stay out the way vibes, and I don't like it. That's what it's giving me right
That's
there.
probably what's for the best.
Hold on, chill. You don't like that?
That's giving me stick because what it's doing is it's going against my argument for him. But they're basically telling him to stay out the way.
No, I'm saying
on the floor,
you don't like.
the way.
You say you don't like when people just run to the corner and just get out the way.
I'm just talking about him in particular. I ain't talking about anybody else.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
I watched.
You saw a game where somebody did that, and then you said it was okay. But
I watched the. I watched the Heat. Yeah,
like me, Ron, and Chill saw that same game where you said that was okay, but
I did say that was okay because that's the way the play was drawn up, and that wasn't going on all night like it was going on last night with Kyle Kuzma in Miami. That was going on all night.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I would just make sure you was on your P's and Q's. No worries.
Absolutely.
Yo, chat. Do y'all want us to do some preseason games on playback?
Well, the preseason is over like next week.
Season starts in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, next
21st.
Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that.
Yeah, so I mean, if y'all want us to do some preseason games on playback, let me know, and we can potentially arrange that.
You might just start playing a bunch of guys and not gonna make the team. So I mean, still basketball.
End of game.
It's basketball. Where's basketball? You all right? Basketball.
All right, MTHJ301 said Cooper Cade, Christian Brown, Rockets young core, Wemby almost triple-double in under 20 minutes. These are things from yesterday.
Wemby had like 7 turnovers in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't put too much stock
had
in
a quadruple-double there.
Against a Chinese professional team.
Yeah, don't put too much stock on nobody. I'm gonna be real. You know, a lot of people just don't respect Chinese basketball. I'm gonna just be real. Like a lot of leagues don't respect Chinese
you should
basketball.
respect it when Victor Oladipo's on the other side.
Why?
For what it's worth, I don't think.
Depot can hoop.
I think the Chinese league is one of the lower quality leagues.
It is. They don't respect it. Throughout Europe, they don't care.
Wasn't Yang Hansen the defensive player of the year?
They don't even put him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think so.
From what I watch, that's not the highest of quality.
All I know is Stephon Marbury got a statue of himself.
Oh yeah, China. I mean, they love you.
Chill, you
influential out there for sure because
you missed
they
the
love
boat.
the
You
sport.
could have gone over there and gotten a statue yourself.
Maybe.
Nah, not necessarily. But in China, it's about scoring points.
I think
It's
Chill
about
could
scoring
drop
points.
like 30 points in the Chinese league tomorrow.
No, I
Okay,
can't.
tomorrow is a stretch, but Prime Chill, I think Prime Chill could do things in the Chinese league for sure. He'll be the best athlete out there. I can guarantee that.
You got to score some points, so they send you home. Chill. They don't mess around with no measly ass 20. You got to go score 30 and 40.
I could score.
It's like that in a lot of leagues, though, Jordan. Like when they bring you in as an American, your job is to get buckets. They don't care about you rebounding. They don't care about you passing. If you're not scoring 25 plus a night, your ass might be on the first thing smoking.
But you know, in Europe, 15 and 18, those are solid games in Europe. In China,
it's gonna be 31.
Yeah, it's got to be 30 plus, or your ass going, or they ain't gonna pay you. Shit, look at what's that dude? Noah Vonleh. They ass had his ass sleeping in the hotel lobby.
Damn.
So,
Kareem NYK 2001 said Ron and Jordan put on a clinic. Mars and Penn lying per usual. Chill. You got nerve yapping. I mean, you got nerve capping for young dudes. Human athleticism has been the same forever.
You just wanted to insert my name into the conversation because I ain't even saying that whole segment until the end. But I guess. Shout out to him.
You're not worth the oxygen, man.
Yeah,
you're not.
No, it has not.
They got 4,000 weeks in your life if you're lucky. 4,000 weeks. I ain't spending 1 week, 1 minute thinking about that dude. Nope.
I think about you, Kareem, when we get off the show. I think.
Nah.
Hey, shout out to Kareem because he is the GOAT.
Wilt is an exception. I mean, Jesse Owens. I'd like to think that the athlete is different from Jesse Owens in 1936. Today, almost 100 years ago. I'd like to think that from watching these guys.
No problem, Kareem.
Shout out to GOAT Kareem. MTHJ301 with another super chat. MTH said Giannis for Vassell, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper, and or Stephon Castle, Carter Bryant, and
Bro,
or
stop reading these fucking Giannis checks. Giannis is not getting traded. Fuck out of here.
Well, I'm not allowed to say anything.
Fuck out of here.
But goddamn, that dude asked for the whole damn team for one player.
That's ridiculous.
Milwaukee.
Like y'all gonna have too many players in Milwaukee. What the hell?
Throwing great Popovich's playbook philosophy too.
Somebody in the comments of yesterday's video was saying, "Oh yeah, Zach LaVine's gonna go to the Bucks." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll give y'all Zach LaVine for Giannis
already."
Yeah. Hell yeah, it's good. He'd go to the Bucks for Giannis.
Shut up.
Oh, do you think Zach LaVine's better than Mikal Bridges?
Stick pole looking ass.
Yeah,
scarecrow looking.
that's one of them things, Mars. I probably do, yes, but
Outta here.
I'm
Better basketball
coaching
player,
my style of basketball, what I like,
Probably scared of your shadows.
depending on who's on my team,
Skinny
I
ass
might
dude.
I'll probably take Mikal.
Fuck
But
outta
it
here.
just depends. It just depends though. But I do
Shut
think
up.
Zach LaVine is probably a better basketball player than Mikal Bridges. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to both of them. Steven sent through a members chat and said, currently fixing my tire, but you know I gotta tune in.
Shout out Steven. Do what you're
Steve?
supposed to do, gang.
You know about those tires? That's a complex move.
I'm just tired of hearing the logic of Giannis. Giannis has been getting traded for the last 5 years. He's still in Milwaukee. He's
But
still
one day
there.
it might be true. One day it might be true.
Yeah, he's still
And
in
then they'll be saying, "I
Milwaukee.
told you so."
Damn.
To whoever sent that super chat, shout out to you. Everybody else listening, it's never too early to teach your sons, your daughters how to change tires. It's never too early to show them how to do that. Make sure that your sisters, your cousins, aunties, nieces, make sure they know how to change their own tires. Just in case, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they can do that type of stuff. Fill up their own air, change their tires, put chains on their tires. Teach them how to put chains on tires. It's very important. It can save your life.
Yo, Ox and Jordan, you know what else it ain't too late to do? Teach your trifling ass girlfriend how to do it too while you stay in the car. All right,
This guy's a menace.
we got another members chat from Cam Runco. Cam Runcho said biased optimism.
Hey, that's the
Laughing
new term.
emoji.
Y'all heard it here first. I never
It's
heard
not
nobody say it.
new.
When have you heard somebody say bias optimism, P?
I never heard that before. That's the first time I heard it today. I never heard bias out.
All I know, Jordan nerdifying basketball discourse with these
Mm.
bias optimism.
Hey,
Like, come
hey,
on, you
hey,
nerdifying the game. Ain't no one ever used these
Okay,
terms before.
so
Hey,
research
that's-
gate.
you right,
Okay,
Mark.
Jordan,
Get
I
over
need you,
there.
Jordan. I need you to do something. Okay, I need you to put a quote on Google. Quote: biased optimism. End quote. And go look at the thousands and thousands and thousands
But
of people.
who have you heard say it first? Here.
Jordan, you're the first for me.
Have you ever heard of somebody saying nerdifying?
Oh my god.
Optimism bias is the tendency of an individual to overestimate the likelihood of positive events and underestimate that of negative events. I'm not reading the rest of this, but that's on Wikipedia. So
Okay, but
They
look,
just
Mark,
But
updated
we've
it,
never,
Jordan said
but we've
that.
never brought it to the basketball sphere.
yeah, and you see where you made a mistake at, Mars? You said optimism bias.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know
That's what I
that.
was
No,
gonna say.
no,
That's
no.
what I was gonna say.
Biased
Exactly.
optimism
That's
is
what I was
right
gonna say.
here.
It's different.
Sage
It's different.
journals, balanced health styles. There's like
You had to look
1,000
it up though,
searches.
Pin. You had to look it up.
I said it when he said it. I'm like, you're not inventing this. I've heard it before. I've heard
Oh,
that term
Pit,
before.
Pit, get a nigga his credit.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, y'all want to take everything, man.
I'm
Damn,
telling you,
follow
bro.
my
But it's
shit,
okay,
man.
Ox. They can't take notifying away from me. If you hear that shit, they know where they got it. They can't take that shit away from me. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep coming up with these terms.
Did
I'm
I
gonna keep
invent
working on it.
tautology because I said it here first? I invented tautology. The word's been around for 1,000 years. I invented it because I said it up here. I ain't heard it up here before. I ain't heard a lot of shit I've said up here before. I invented all those terms. Damn, look at me. Look at me inventing some
I
shit.
coulda-
That's great.
The
I
tendency
could've
of an
never
individual
heard
to
half of that
overstate the
shit.
likelihood of a positive event, that sounds like what you do every day when we talk about Scotty Barnes.
Now, what is that? Is
Jordan
that
said.
bias
Bias
optimism? P?
bias
I mean,
optimism.
Chill.
That's not-
If you watch 6 full games of Scotty, we can talk.
But
I have.
They gotta
I
be the
did-
right 6
You did
games.
not.
They gotta be the right 6 games.
There ain't no
Yes.
chance
Hey, well,
in hell.
we'll,
you
we'll
watch
see
6
if
full
we could
games.
get six Scotty Barnes games over the course of the season on playback.
How
It's
many
gonna be
games
tough.
Scotty
Chill.
Barnes
Versus
But we'll
Giannis.
see.
Kawhi.
You just hate watching at this point. I told y'all
Wait.
he had 12 points, 21 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals against the Denver Nuggets last year, and y'all just scoffed over that like it's
One
nothing.
game, just one game. You bring up one game.
Domantas Sabonis has not had one game like that in his entire damn career. Neither has Scott Levine, neither has DeMar DeRozan.
So Scotty,
vividly
Scotty
remember
wait,
you
no, hold
talking
on.
about
So
Jalen Green going on another
you're telling me because of that one game, Scotty's better than DeMontis.
I'm telling you that
I don't
doing
care about
all
one
these
game.
things
Like, that's
is
just
very
ridiculous.
important.
Isn't that
And
pretty much
Ox,
the averages?
here's a fun fact for
That's
you
ridiculous.
to put it down your pipe and smoke it. Okay.
Ridiculous.
If we're talking about players under 23,
Ridiculous.
17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. How many players in NBA history have done that?
I
One.
don't care.
Just one. So you're talking
don't
about 1
care.
point.
What
When
numbers did you
DeAndre
say?
Ayton breaks a
17, 5,
record
and
other
5?
than
Well, one block.
care.
Don't forget the one block because that qualifies people with the one block.
the one
Thaddeus
block,
Young
because it's
statistic,
weird.
yeah.
I
You
don't
don't
care
know.
about this.
Man.
I don't care about this ESPN ass stats you keep dropping. Like, I don't care about that LeBron
That's
James.
LeBron
That's
stat. There
ESPN
you go.
stat. Like that's
Then the
it.
one game that
Those
Sabonis
don't
had
move
last year.
real hoopers. I don't care.
The one game that Sabonis had last year in Boston, is that game not better than any game that Scotty Barnes has had?
No.
Which game was
No.
that?
No.
Okay, so last year in Boston, he went. I think I know he went 20-20. It was almost 20-30 on ridiculous efficiency. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds stupid, but with Sabonis doing that, and by the way, I think he had 5 20 rebound games this year. Something ridiculous.
He's a center who stands
Chill.
in the paint all
Chill,
game.
he stands in the paint all
He had
game.
more
Chill.
double
Let's
digit
move on.
assist
Let's
games
move
than
on.
Square Bonds. He had more double digit assist games than Square Bonds.
Mars, I guarantee you one thing, y'all. DeMontis Sabonis does not need y'all to defend him about to pin if he's better than Scotty Barnes. That's the last thing we need to waste our time
ESPN
doing.
didn't think he was better than Scotty Barnes.
I don't give a shit what ESPN
ESPN also thought that J-Dub was better than Anthony Davis. Get the hell out of here with that shit. I'm not trying to hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he is not.
We don't need to do that, y'all. We've wasted so much time today listening to this nonsense. We do not need to defend DeMontis Sabonis.
I actually enjoyed myself today.
Oh, I had fun. I didn't say we didn't have
I
fun.
think today's been productive, minus the Hennessy ad, but I think today's
I didn't say I didn't have fun. You know, I've had fun. I've had fun doing nonsense plenty of times. I'm just saying we don't got to do this.
Chill. As a rookie, Scotty had 31 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Ripped
3 hours.
LeBron James as a rookie. I think you might be understating what this guy can do. Just saying.
All right, y'all. I got a couple more super chats before we got to get up out of here. The next one's from Ballers Intel. Baller said Asor was making plays on defense last night that were insane. How fast he gets off the ground to contest a shot or layup was great.
He is very gifted.
I expect him to be on my all defensive team. If he plays 65 games, I fully expect him to be on the all defensive team.
The Browns traded Joe Flacco. I missed that.
They traded him?
Hi, Joe.
I don't know.
I didn't know that. That's new.
I don't know either. I just saw something about Dion said something about. I don't know. I'm just looking that up. Let me go to Adam Schefter right now.
Yeah.
All right. The next members chat I got is from Petty Hardaway.
Yeah, he goes with
Petty
the
said-
Bengals. That's crazy.
Petty
Ron.
said Ron dressed like he finna jump off the top rope.
What's the reference? I don't get it.
Sometimes you got to do that. You know,
You look like a
Sometimes you gotta put that
WWE
on.
wrestler.
Sometimes you got to put that on. Petty.
Yes, that's the reference. Yeah.
MTHJ301 sent through another super chat and said, I only asked Giannis trades because the reports constantly say him or about him being unhappy. And even considered a New York Knicks trade. Hope the Warriors get him, but no trade pieces.
Giannis been unhappy for 6 years. I'm surprised he's not depressed.
For real.
I don't believe in depression.
At this point, if you think about it, Mars, like no trolling, to be honest with you, like he got to be on pills. Like how is he not on pills?
Yeah,
That's
I hope
why
Giannis
he's been
Giannis
injured.
mental health is cool. Yeah.
No, that's why he's been injured now. I get it.
The way they talking.
Because he's been
According to y'all
depressed,
dudes, like,
which means he
Giannis
hasn't been
had
able to
a mental
sleep,
institute.
which means that's why he's missing the playoffs with injuries.
So
And that's why he slapped that dude in the back of his head on that stage.
Yo, I don't get it. Why is he unhappy? And then every year we get like a 12-minute soliloquy about, finding peace with losing. Like, I don't get it. Like what is it? Every year you lose, it's a failure. You're not a failure. Like that whole thing, we saw that, right? It was.
I mean, that
great.
don't mean he's not. That don't mean he's not unhappy with.
It means
what's
he's
going
bought
on.
into the process. Laurie Markkinen happy in Utah because he likes nature, apparently. Like shit. Maybe
Or he like soaking.
here's the thing. Maybe I think if you're in a losing situation and you're there and you could stay there, but you could choose to leave and you don't leave, you're okay with losing. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? You lose Dame, you got Miles Turner, you're definitely not winning a championship here. I think you're cool with losing. And I think because you're coming out and saying like, oh, championship or bust, you just saving face. But if you really wanted to win a championship, you should demand a trade. Right?
I don't think that's how that worked.
Well,
I think
this is what I say. The actions are showing you the reality and the words are just filler, right? The actions, like I came up here and said, new pen. What did I do today? Yap all day, right? Actions.
I mean,
Right.
but at the same time, what did Giannis like say that he wasn't happy?
He has mentioned many times that he wants to win a championship, that his whole career is about championships. He said this many times.
Doesn't
And
mean
we
he's not
always
happy.
hear whispers about him, forcing the Bucks or ownership. He's not happy. He's not. Blah, blah, blah. These trades are coming. These trade rumors are coming out of something. right?
Yeah,
my
but that,
point
I
is,
don't
if
necessarily
you
mean that means
really
he's not happy. I don't know if I don't know if I think that part. If he's just not happy, I think if he wasn't happy, I think he wouldn't be in Milwaukee. To be honest with you,
Ron,
I
this
think
super
any
chat
player
is
that's
ridiculous
unhappy
right
is
now.
not going to stay in that situation in today's.
maybe he's unhappy, but he's also comfortable.
That's crazy. Every
I
second
don't know. I
think
just think he just got great expectations for his
Hornets,
franchise and
except
organization.
the
Why not?
Hornets, Wizards in the East is better. Jaden Ivey is better than Scotty Barnes. Is that what I'm understanding today?
Is
Jaden
he's
got their
probably
second option.
Is Jaden Ivey
So-
their second best player?
Who is their
No.
second best player? Jalen Duren. You think Jalen Duren is better than Scotty Barnes? You think Tobias Harris is better than Scotty Barnes?
Scotty
Is
would
that
be
what
the
I'm
second best
understanding right
player.
now?
He would be the second best player
'Cause-
for the Pistons.
What's going on right now? I haven't
He's
watched
better
that
than
much of
MPJ,
Scotty
right?
Barnes.
Scotty Barnes better than MPJ. Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't think
Yeah.
so, but
Yes.
I don't think he's better than MPJ. But
he's that. And who
Um,
he better than Cam
You
Johnson?
don't think
I mean Cam Thomas.
one of the
Yes, he is better
15
than
best
Cam Thomas.
defenders in the NBA who
He's
could
better
average
than Cam Thomas.
28 and 5 in his sleep is better
he
than
can't average
Michael
28 and 5.
I'm not
better than
about
Cam
to do
Thomas.
this right now,
Literally.
y'all.
Let's go on.
We don't have the
Let's go on.
time to do this. I'm
As
sorry.
long as we
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes is the second option, that's good enough for me.
Bro,
We've
28
debated
and
Scotty
5
Barnes
first team
on a
All-NBA.
LeBron James episode and an
That's
episode where we were supposed to talk about the players getting traded for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Chill, I appreciate you for coming up.
We were meant to do the top 10 in the Pacific Division yesterday.
Later, fellas.
All right.
He's true.
Well, I got a couple more super chats. MTHJ, well, we just read this one. Shout out to MTHJ. The next one I got is from Deem the Dream 91. He said Prime David Lee or Sabonis.
It's a bonus. I wasn't that high on David Lee, but he was a good player.
I like David Lee.
I like
shout out
David Lee. I just wasn't that crazy about David Lee. He's a good player though. It's a bonus.
Before we get up out of here, everybody make sure you go download the Splashsports app. You can make your picks and you compete against other fans, not against the house. The link is in the description, or you can scan this QR code right here. Also, we're doing a Survivor contest, and there's 2 remaining people, DK Betts and Durag Mike. So by the end of this week, we should know, unless they both get their picks right, who will win the Survivor contest big pot. After that, we'll get another contest going. But in the meantime, you guys download the app and go play the quick picks where you choose more or less on player projections. In the meantime, in between time, we will catch you guys tomorrow. Shout out Teflon Gunsmoke for becoming a YouTube member. You make sure to like, subscribe, become a member, and follow us on all platforms. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about maybe more LeBron, maybe Steph Curry's legacy, maybe why Kevin Durant can win another ring. You just got to pull up tomorrow to see. But we out of here.
Merry Christmas.